tonight's episode of Tales of Yoranta, the Wailing Seas. We're your friends as the unnamed few, and we all feel like crap. Just kidding. But
Here's a
we're...
recurring theme.
but we're here. Hello. We've missed you. Last week we took the week off because we all felt like crap. But this week we're here, and we still feel like crap, so it's great.
But less like crap.
Marginally less
Exactly.
like crap. It's like 30% crap
There is a mystical threshold.
of crap.
Take life in degrees, people.
Anyway,
Degrees of separation.
you should separate your crap from your life. It's true.
Exactly.
Buy a toilet.
Invest in a shitter.
With that fantastic advice, please, Anton, recap us before we keep talking.
Yeah, so last week, or sorry, two weeks ago, which in my mind feels like a year ago, but apparently happened 2 weeks ago. Schedule doesn't lie. We started fighting a snake carpet, but Hold Monster and Dispel Magic dispatched it quickly. My notes said apple barrels with false bottoms, and I read that as apple bottom jeans and boots with a fur. So we found a room that had apple barrels that smuggling had happened in, and didn't actually find any smuggling goods, but no boots with the fur. And then we we sort of like almost got ambushed by some people, but instead ran into the Anathema, a 5-headed serpent monstrosity that tried to offer our blood to Dendar and then got just like action economied out of the fight.
Oops.
You can stay shit on.
Yeah, pretty much we shit on it. Fear meant it couldn't do anything, and then Hold Monster meant it couldn't do anything twice.
Sorry.
And went downstairs, bodies of some humans, some dead Yuan-Ti. The shrine to Dendar and Seth is down there. And apparently the followers of Seth, also known as the Shadowed Fang or the Coil, had controlled it for some time, but then the followers of Dendar arrived, and once my dagger was stolen, I have, in quotes, relations broke down. Just to say that they started fucking killing each other. But yeah, we took care of that threat, got Enzo's dagger back, which had actually fused into more of a short sword by the two shards combining. So I have an upgraded dagger now that I totally remember what does. And that's that. We get out. The serpent threat in this part of Akun is temporarily, let's say, lowered.
Yeah.
Not ended, but not a threat for now. Enzo has to still get a third shard somewhere in the Heartlands, and we are coming back upstairs to Akun to find out what we do next.
I gotta raise a man from the dead tomorrow.
Oh,
This is true. Give the
your
body
sister's
the mercenary.
agent?
Yes, and I gotta return Soraya's book to her.
Oh yeah, there's that
Yeah.
whole thing.
Well, this is the thing. We're kind of out of a scene by scene. Well, I think it's going to be scene by scene, but we're out of a kind of in the moment approach to our story at this point. It is very much what you want to do next. Time has become less pressing. We are kind of in a more relaxed, downtimey focused.
we
Things always seem to happen, but
Things always seem to happen, he says, causing the things that
To
seem to happen.
happen.
well, look, yes, but it would appear that having dealt
It's
with
out of my hands, you know.
of snake assassins, you have a moment to breathe.
Well, the seas are not consuming Sunken Cocoon or anywhere else. The seas are gradually returning to normal. The snake threat is mostly dealt with. I have no idea what those drow are up to. We have a flying castle, potentially. I have a pile of books to read and a man to resurrect, maybe, if that works, and I need to go see my sister, and that's, I think... Oh yeah, and those people that were walking into the ocean, should probably check on that.
I have a thing. If I have I have a couple things I want to do, and they're all part of one thing. It's got multiple steps to it.
I have some things, but one of you go first.
Okay. Rune, do you want to go first, or should I?
I literally just said what I was going to be doing with my downtime.
Well, I meant, did you have a scene for it, or do you just want to?
Oh, was that supposed to be a thing? I figured we'd all say what we were going to do and then,
If we go through what you've planned,
yes.
I can note them down, and then we can proceed through and what would make
Okay.
Logical
Well,
sense, yeah.
why me sense. So
I do have.
okay, so just to quickly refresh, Soren wishes to resurrect Sora's agent, hand off the book, follow up on her mum's report, or of his mum's report, their reports of the folks walking into the sea. And is that about it?
And I think a group thing is to go check on our castle and see if we can't get it in the air, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I had some plans about that. Not that they were much more detailed. My plans were A, I'm going to give all the money I have to buy out my shares. I think I'm going to buy out my shares of Vigil's, a Vigil stake in the castle, if you're all right with that, Vigil.
Okay.
So, do you want 7,000 gold?
Let me think about that. Yes. Sure. I'll take 700 platinum.
I just looked at my money and I had less than I thought, but I do have enough to pay you 7,000. Assuming, Owen, that these 3,800, I can pay you in gems, right, Lucy?
There are a number of banks in the city. If you wish to make a
I
formal
would exchange them for
transaction
platinum,
between,
please. Yes.
you can ask and request, and the bank will take a small commission, but it's fine.
Yeah, Vigil will, part ways with his share. As much as he values the idea of the castle at the minute, it's a tactical advantage that we'll share. And when we're no longer friends, or no longer in business, or whatever, then you get your share. I don't give a shit anymore.
Enzo assures you that I'm not planning to kick you out of the castle, but I want to own it, so then the money I could put into it, well, you know how it is.
Vigil
It's like a
completely
long-term
understands.
investment. Yeah, it's a
Sure.
retirement pot.
Vigil does not care about property mandate. He's not a mogul.
Why do I
All
have
right.
a
7,000
shiny
gold.
spherical rock?
Take 7 grand. That's most of my money, but I do have enough to pay you.
Okay. I now have 2,612 platinum.
Do love players going through inventory and just being like, "What? Why did I note down that I have a pebble? I mean, what?"
I have the Pebble of Fascination, but I also have a shiny spherical rock.
I
You
think
do.
that might have been the replacement for the amulet that got stolen. Or was that in Turkey?
Oh.
Oh, god damn it! It was the Quicklings.
Was that the replacement for
Yes. Yes.
Shield's amulet?
Yeah. Yeah, they left us a rock.
Yeah.
Okay, we know now why that's there. Continue.
Yeah.
I will put
So, just to carry on, Enzo, the activities that you want to follow up on in potential downtime.
So mostly the castle stuff, which is to say, I give Vigil 7 grand, and I'm like, okay, let's hire. I need to hire. This is when you start Deadfire and you have a ship, but you have 0 fucking crew, and it just it's useless. I'm in that part of I have a ship, but I have 0 crew. So
I have strongholds and followers here,
Ooh.
so we can dip into that.
Ooh, that'll be good.
Juicy base building shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
I'm not looking to do anything fancy yet. I'm not hiring like a specialist wizard. I mean, I kind of have a specialist wizard.
But in terms of getting it, quote unquote, shipshape, and
yeah, I wanna hire my first 3 employees.
Cool.
okay. Well, I think that feels like very much a party-wide.
Yeah, very fair. God,
Okay.
fucking customizable rooms, so much room for flavor. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Visual.
I have very specific things I have in mind. Before the 1T decided to fuck with us and regretted it immensely, Vigil went and asked Palmia something. He went and asked Palmia about a amulet of proof against detection and location. And with any luck, Palmia has that. And the rest of what I had to do hinges on that, whether I have one or not.
So when was it you asked this? Sorry, was this?
This is before the 1T attacked, I believe. I don't know how much before.
Okay.
But Vigil said that
might be
speed
a
was of the
day or
essence and
two.
he would pay for it. Be willing to pay for
Okay.
the extra speed, I think I said at the time.
Cool. So he wants to purchase a.
Are you buying that for yourself, Lucy?
It's for a specific purpose as well.
Okay.
Before the amulet purchase, before Vigil goes back to check if it's available, I will actually pull Enzo aside for a moment.
Sure.
Enzo,
Hmm.
I need to borrow the sending stone that you have to Cabal.
They know that, like they figured out that I wasn't elusive.
I know.
Oh, you're
I
just
intend to
not
use it.
going to hide it.
No.
They might have even destroyed the other one, but sure, here you go, good luck.
It's worth a try. If not, I will go and buy a sending stone. I have a plan.
I mean, it's functionally useless to me. Well, it's not useless, but here you go.
Thank you.
Sending
I'll see you in some
stone.
time.
Sure, yeah. Sending stone curiosity is being deleted from my inventory. You have it.
Yeah, got it. Sending stone curiosity in mind.
Sick.
So, sorry. So my plan is, if Palmia has the amulet, obviously pay the man. He's done good work. Unattune from probably unattune from the Scaldun shield temporarily. Attune to the amulet of proof against detection and location. Fuck off to the Palace of Eyes. And straight up ask Caranculax for a room that is as nondescript as possible. I want to see if it's some kind of prison cell or something like that.
That all seems pretty reasonable to me.
How much does the amulet send me back, and does he have it?
Well, it might. It won't be there today, so I believe it would have been essentially within the last day or two that you asked. Specific items take a bit of a while to source, but I'll say within the next. By the end of the next week.
So I'm assuming, is that this session or next? You thinking?
I'm assuming this session. I mean,
Okay,
again,
cool.
this is more open activities that are going to take more than a scene
Okay, fair enough.
to resolve. So,
I think it's
Okay.
reasonable that we can take a week of downtime here.
So, do you want me to go through the rest of the plan now, or do you want to wait?
crap,
Do you have
sorry.
plans in the meeting?
Just turning off the beeps.
It's MI6.
I will neither confirm nor deny. Someone's decided to send me lots of messages all of a sudden. I need to let them know that now's not a good time. So it is a amulet of
Proof against detection and location.
detection and location. Wow. Okay. Well, this.
Does it cost an absurd amount in the PDF?
It does cost an absurd amount in the PDF I've been using as a general rule of thumb. I think just because it is such a useful
It's pretty powerful.
thing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a lot of money, so.
Okay, he'd say in that time he has found someone who he's managed to get willing to sell, but they have asked quite the price,
Okay.
which is 20,000 gold pieces.
Excuse me? 2,000 platinum? Are you fucking kidding me?
I was thinking it was gonna be like 10, but 20.
Are you
Oof.
fucking kidding me?
Isn't there spells? Can't you get like maybe like a scroll or?
Non-detection, yeah. Might be cheaper to get a scroll of non-detection.
It's a third level
20,000
spell for 8
fucking
hours.
gold.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Now, if
He will
if you
say that in Akun especially, they are a very sought after item.
How much is the finder's fee? Because I'll give him that and then I'll tell him no. Because I want to go find an alternative. I'm not paying 20,000 gold just for a fucking amulet that starts with being scribed.
He will say that for you, as you are still under his employ, he seems quite happy to keep things that way.
You know why?
He'll
I
wait
figured
for
it out. Oh my god, I just figured it out. He told us a very high price for the amulet of non-detection because he's scrying on us and he doesn't want us to have it.
I don't think he's scrying on us.
What a big brain play.
Also, like,
Um,
realistically, having one party member have that isn't super useful because every one of our enemies knows who Soren is and who Enzo is.
I mean,
They
yeah,
just scry on one of us.
fuck it. And Vigil's just going to do the thing without the scrying protection.
I wouldn't
Because,
necessarily do that, but...
I mean, unless I can find a scroll of non-detection very quickly.
Well, I mean, the Myriad Obelisk might have one, and a Sunken Cocoon might have one, and maybe one of the spell books that I've discovered might have non-detection in it.
It is a third level bard, wizard, ranger, cleric knowledge spell, so it shouldn't be that rare. But it's only 8 hours, and like, wouldn't they just go, "Oh, you can't be scryed on," and then just try again the next day, and then you don't have another scroll?
I mean, the plan here was, I think Vigil's probably just going to proceed, because it doesn't matter if I do if I don't. Because, you know, if they... I'm basically here to ask a question anyway, and they probably already know we're here. So, Vigil's idea, then, is to use the isolated room that I found from Caranculax,
He's more than
go
happy.
to it, take a seat in the middle of it. I'm not going to unattune from the shield then if I can't be bothered, just keep it all on me. Sit down in the middle of it and cast Sending to whoever's on the other side of this fucking stone. Whether it's Curiosity, Random Grunt, Diligence, I don't give a shit. Whoever's on the other side.
This is the sending stone that was given to
Enzo.
Enzo when he was...
Curiosity. When it was Diligence, yeah.
I don't think it was-
Elusive?
Elusive.
I
not
think
Diligence.
we stole this from Elusive's body, and then I pretended to be Elusive and
Yeah.
send messages through it.
Yeah.
And from what I remember, it was basically just back and forth. It wasn't normal
Or-
sending, yeah.
Shit, was it given? I think maybe Owen's right.
We got one from Diligence, and we had one between Curiosity and Elusive.
Hmm.
I want
Wait,
the one that
you know
has
what?
a...
No, Diligence gave us a scroll of teleport. I think.
Yeah. Either way, the goal here is for Vigil to try and get someone on the other end. From what I remember, you could have conversations back and forth over the stone without having to...
Yeah, we
Something.
essentially treated it as a phone call.
Okay, cool. In that case, Vigil phone home. Who's on the other end?
It rings with menacing operatic music for a good minute and a half.
Whole music.
before-
True torture.
Yeah. you feel a magical connection be established.
This is Shield Captain Vigil of the 2nd Cavalry Legion. I demand an audience with diligence. I am in a position to do so.
Ah. Hello.
Hello, you don't sound like
You recognize
diligence.
Remembrance's voice.
Remembrance.
Oh joy, it's you. Do me a favor and put your better on the phone.
Speaking. How are you?
Fine. Get diligence.
No.
I have information that is for her, not for you. I have a question as well.
As a High Inquisitor, you can tell me. I will ensure that appropriate information is taken up the chain.
Sounds like
Actually,
you're taking it up the chain.
The chain is
So-
copyrighted, Owen. I'm sorry. You can't use that for your campaign.
Fine. I will ask her one question. Is she responsible for the destruction of the mountain? I wish to know who has responsibility for that action.
Goodbye, citizen. Do you have an address with which we may send your formal termination?
Shit.
Do you have an address to which I will deliver your body? Or shall we burn it and discard of the remains, lest you come back like the cockroach you are?
I will send them to the sinking city for which you are now a lapdog.
I do hope that
You
the
are
Bastion
no
holds
longer
eternal torment for you.
of any military rank within the Dominion of Kaval.
What a shame that it was such a good pretender. I look forward to scattering your ashes. Farewell.
I look forward to being scattered. It worked so well the last time. Goodbye.
Doo-doo.
The connection gets cut off.
Yep.
Still more cordial than when I quit my last job.
Right.
Vigil, unfortunately not having getting answers, frowns, puts the stone in his pocket, stands up, and probably just makes his way out. Not very happy looking. Well, more so than usual. And then we'll probably return to Soren and ask him if he wants to train with a rapier.
Soren has a stack of books to get through and a lot of research to do. I don't know how much downtime we have. But
Just a week, apparently.
But if there's... Soren is... God, all the books I have to look at this, because there's a lot of them, and I haven't gotten the chance to even remotely paw through them. Where are those? Magic items? Player handouts? Ah, Soren's books and notes. So I have the Daemonomicon, the Fiendish Codex 1 and 2, the Pact Insidious, the Tome of Bizarre Denizens, a Study of Hellfire, and Orlando Donatore's Spellbook. Soren would be trying to research how to get free of the pact he made with Hot Hands, whose name has completely eluded me. Altraz, thank you. And then basically copying Donatore's spellbook down, among the other things that he's been doing. So.
Okay. Are you handing the book over to Sarah?
The ledger.
Yes.
Yeah, he would probably take the ledger and I guess the body of the agent back to her, because I do have a 1000 GP diamond, so I guess that's a trip that he needs to go make. Do the others come with him?
I see no reason why not, sir.
I'm always down to go see Soraya and the Peacocks.
Okay. Well, that is. I think that would be like next day thing once we get back up, because bodies. I mean, the spell is good for however long, as long as he's not been dead for. Hold on. Unprepared.
Resurrection?
Teleport. Yeah, no more than a century, and didn't die of old age, and isn't undead. So, oh yeah, somebody needs to carry the body. Yeah, me and my 9 strength. So.
Vigil shoulder.
That's in the bag of holding right now, isn't it? Or did
That's
we
true, actually.
roll it up and put it on the carpet, or...
We put it in the carpet. We fucking mobstered it, didn't we?
I have no idea.
We didn't put it in the bag of holding.
I really hope
We
we
put it in the
didn't.
carpet, I think.
Anyway, yeah, so Soren, I guess the next morning, will get up. When's Soraya usually awake? Soren would kind of have a grasp of this. Evenings?
Yeah, quite the night owl.
Okay. Well, we can't do it when we get back from the cave, so Soren would wait until probably around 7 p.m.
Use your ability where you take like 12d10 psychic damage. Do that one.
Why?
Just resurrect him for the damage. You heal to full on a long rest. Whatever.
What?
No, don't do that. Just messing. Oh, we got a heroic moment.
We do.
Yes.
So I guess we get a long rest, so let me restore all of this stuff.
Yeah.
I guess since we're discussing a long rest, what happens to me on a long rest, Owen? Because you said, some things might happen, right? The serpent wished me to heal, having a recovery or something. Maybe I misinterpreted that.
Strangely, and perhaps a subversion of expectations, your next rest is dreamless and fulfilling. I mean, you wake up the most rested and awake that you have been in perhaps months.
Wow.
Does that mean that a certain condition where I take double damage goes away, or
That is unfortunately still there. That
Okay,
is
yeah.
a physical issue. That
Hmm.
probably want to see your doctor about.
Just get some super glue, glue me back together.
I mean, I could just kill
There
you
are
and bring you
worse
back from the
ideas.
dead.
I have discussed this.
Oh, also, before I would actually like to decrypt the book that we got.
Okay.
Since we're gonna go see her in the evening, I want to know what she wanted this for, and I would like to decrypt it.
The book is likely to take an extended period of time to decrypt.
How long? Like more than a week?
Like if you dedicate yourself full time to it, you could do it in a week.
Woof.
It's pages of.
Okay. How long would it take to work out the basic cipher?
The basics of it.
Also, what languages is it in? Because that's important.
It is based on this kind of abyssal draconic
Okay.
language.
I do have
The-
Draconic and Infernal, but I don't have Abyssal, so that's a
Uh,
problem. Oh, I do have Comprehend Languages, though. I don't know if that's gonna help.
Well, particularly because it's ciphered.
Yeah.
Make me roll me a skill check that you are proficient in.
Skill check that I'm proficient in?
For intelligence. Sorry, intelligence skill.
Oh,
That's proficient.
let's just go with Arcana, because, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Jesus, a natural 20 fused to 30 now. So it's less of a matter of success or failure, more a matter of time. With the 12, it's gonna take you a couple of days to crack through it.
Okay.
Maybe a week or two of like dedicated study.
I don't think she can read this, as far as I know, so she's gonna need me to read it. Or at least decrypt it for her. Meh. How many heroic moments do I have?
Oh, you probably have lots.
I have 5. Can I re-roll that?
Go for it.
Yeah, alright. Because I have 5 of these things. I never use them. This isn't... 24 is more respectable.
Okay. You work out some basic information.
Okay.
You kind of decipher where they break between individual contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And spending kind of an hour flicking through and counting. This book holds over 500 contracts.
Whoa. Can I tell if they're still current?
You do decipher what appears to be the active section, as it is quite literally they just go through the book as they enter a new contract, and then you notice that when they are marked as successful, there is a piece of either a sort of parchment, cloth in some cases, a piece of a feather that has been stained with blood, and it has been attached to the page with some kind of glue. And marked next to the contract,
Back. Sorry about that.
marking it complete.
Okay.
Some contracts have been crossed through,
Mm-hmm.
maybe have been cancelled or no longer needed to be fulfilled. But the individual details you'd have to spend sort of a week going through and working the entire cipher.
Okay, and I imagine it evolves. This book's how old roughly is... Okay, I'm a bookbinder. How roughly old is this book?
It's about 15 years old.
Okay, 15 years old. Wow, that's a lot of people. Is it magical?
It is not, no.
Not magical, okay. Anything special about the ink? Or paper? Anywhere it might have been sourced from, or is it just Yugal generic book somebody started writing in?
During your kind of general tests, the ink would be toxic.
Gross! Alright.
Do not lick the book.
Do not lick the book. Do not lick the history. Do not lick the science. Alright.
I'll say there is a good clue, a sort of a key, a potential key to the cipher, which is the 5 most recent entries of open contracts have a phrase that occurs in each one that does not occur elsewhere in the book.
So perhaps a new cipher, or new management, or...
So the 5 most recent ones have a new cipher?
No, they have a new phrase included with them.
Is
Of the same sequence of characters.
Yeah.
There's in each one.
So maybe the same key.
Me? Is that what it's like? Referring to me, maybe? Or
5 characters. Or wait, sorry, I'm what?
well, I mean,
Brain is not working.
I don't have the exact details of the cipher in my head, unfortunately. It is a sequence of characters.
Okay.
That form an integral phrase that repeat in those 5 contracts.
so something about the last 5 contracts is
Is the same, and it's kind of it's the kind of the mistake that you think, oh, okay, there's if I can crack what those are,
the
that
rest of the
context,
book will
then
make sense. Okay.
it'll kind of unfurl from there.
Alright, neat.
Was I a contract? Like stealing my dagger, was that a contract? That was probably not a contract because that was for themselves, not for someone else.
Well, this is a book of people to kill, frankly, so
Yeah.
I don't think you'd be in it.
Well, this is sure.
Okay.
And we can happily move forward to you having spent a week with Soraya working through the book.
We can. I would like to resurrect this guy before we do anything else, though, and I need to
Okay.
talk to her about the book and why she actually fucking wants it, so... It's a weird thing for...
Okay, yeah, no. So we can go to
yeah.
Your party approaching. Ooh, it's been a while. I've completely forgotten what the theatre was called. It's on the Drowned in Laughter Theatre.
Drowned in laughter?
Hmm.
Grim?
That's what they decided to call it.
So it's about 6 or 7 in the evening. Soren,
Hmm.
looks around. Is Enzo and Vigil are around in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you say morning or evening?
Evening, sorry.
Sure, if you're going to the theater and you're taking the body, I'll go with you.
Okay.
Vigil did his stuff early in the morning, so
Okay. There are a couple of times you get stopped by guards, but flash the badge. Because you're walking around carrying a body, so
We
like,
are. As Soren explains, it's a.
who is the dead man? We're, working for council. No questions, I understand. Okay.
We're bringing him
Have
back.
a nice day.
If we're successful, we're bringing him back. It's not like we killed him.
I do not need to know, sir.
Okay.
It is above their pay grade. You make your way to the theatre. It is incrementally closer to opening. And it's becoming a bit more of a routine, though. You're sort of led through by unassuming attendants to the back rooms, where you're escorted through to the true operation in the ruins below the city. The expanding warren that is becoming the Peacock's lair. Which makes a peacock sound really menacing.
A little bit.
it does.
A little bit. Alright, this is a general.
Soraya is actually awake and
Wow.
about. She does not look half asleep. It is, for her, the equivalent to 10 in the morning.
This is a general insight check for this entire reaction. Like, entire interaction. To see
Okay.
how she's doing.
Sure.
Okay.
What is your +9?
Yeah.
Given that she is your sister, I'm kind of happy to go off passive insight for that. If there's anything
Sure.
you want to question, given like it's your sister,
I've known her all of my life,
kinda,
pretty
yeah.
much, yeah. This is a
so,
random stranger, so we card him with the body.
Yeah. Various people make sort of signs against evil from various faiths.
Yeah, it's fine.
Not in kind of active fear, but more as just a custom
Yeah.
action.
Is your mic's whistling a bit, or you're breathing or something?
Sorry, as the mic is the gist of the way. We're good.
So I is very happy to see you all. You make your way to the office, where a table is brought in by a couple of young recruits, and she gestures for you to dump the body.
I guess we dumped the body. What kind of condition is it in? Is it rough or?
The body is a bit rough. It's kind of gone a bit rigid. It wasn't gone long enough to be decomposing.
Okay.
But,
Well, I don't want this man waking up in his own awful. So I will spend a bit of time basically just cleaning him up, prestidigitation, making sure his clothes are decent, so that he doesn't wake up in his own filth, because that would be terrifying.
okay, so
Right.
we have dead guy on table. Soraya has thrown herself into her chair, feet up on the table, feet up on her desk, leaning back, watching everything with a slight smile at the corner of her mouth. She's excited to see what happens next, and is glad you brought the man back. With Enzo and Vigil also in the room.
Do you have anything that belonged to this man? Any effects, personal or otherwise? I think he was attached.
Hello.
Any friends he might have had?
We can go get his crew up. I'm sure he lost something in some kind of gambling game at some point.
It's more making sure that his spirit actually wants to come back. I've never done this
Oh.
before.
He'd never been paid for that job. I'm sure he'll want to come back for that.
Alright.
Gold can be persuasive, I assume.
Yeah, alright, well. I will take...
Not one longing for death.
Alright, I will take out the 1000 GP diamond and set up this ritual, which is a weird... Yeah. A weird combination of wizardry and cleric stuff. the mechanics of this working, and I would imagine Soren, because I'm a Theurge. I'm not an actual cleric. So I'm going to, through the spell, attempt to pull this man either from the few seconds before his death where he was safe and whole, the last point in time where he was okay, or another timeline or existence where that is as similar to ours as I can get it, that brings his body back into this timeline where he's alive. And I'm not sure how this works for him, so how does this work in your world?
For this instance, the former.
So I'm bringing him back from his own timeline in this time stream, pulling him from the moment before
Essentially
his death.
rewinding
Yes.
and then
Pulling
bringing
forward
the
again.
soul to the body.
Whew. That's complicated magic. Alrighty. Right, here goes. Nothing. Everything. I don't know. First 7th level spell cast on the show, I think?
Nice.
Yeah.
Woo. Alright.
Enzo will inquire as you're setting this up, as long as it's not too distracting about how this works. Like,
Oh.
so you can just bring people from the dead now?
It's a little more complicated than that. It's more like, so everybody has, like, imagine time. We go through time linearly, right? It's a string. Imagine a string. We can only really, as mortals, traverse time in one direction, right?
As if that is fate of some kind.
Not exactly fate, but it is, it's more like a tapestry or a weave or a material that you leave behind as you're going, sort of. It's complicated, but, so what I'm doing is I'm going back through this man's time stream and finding the moment he was last alive. And then I'm going to take his soul from that point and bring it back forward into his body and heal it simultaneously by reversing the damage that's been done to him.
Do you need the body for that?
No. Well, yes. No. Yes, I do. Because I have heard of people able to bring back souls from the dead without their bodies, but this spell isn't quite that powerful.
Do you need a whole body? What if we like dig someone up and it's just like a skeleton that's like died like 20 years ago?
Owen?
It would work on a skeleton.
Okay.
Well, not an animated skeleton.
But not like a hand. We'd need the whole body, right? Or do I actually just need a part of them? Because,
The spell closes all mortal wounds and restores any missing body parts.
Oh shit. Well, okay then. I guess if I had like a pinky finger or a hand or a part of them... Yeah, I imagine there'd be some kind of spellcraft check because, whoa.
Touch a dead creature that's been dead for no more than a century.
Yeah, so,
Damn.
So, 100 years, give or take, and yeah, any body part, I suppose. It'd be harder if it were, like, just a hand or something, but easier with just the whole body.
It's kind of crazy.
Magic gets really weird the better you get at it. Yeah, no, this is definitely, crazy. Yeah, crazy is the word for it. However, it does take a diamond worth 1,000 gold. Something about the channeling focus through that power. So
Are we paying for that?
I don't know actually where we got this diamond. I think we bought
Did we get it from within that place?
We bought it or something. No, I went out and got it intentionally when I had more money.
Oh, make sure to expense Saraya for that.
I just look over at Soraya.
What? No, this was not predetermined.
You actually gave me this. That's what it was. I said, if you can find me a diamond, I can bring this man back.
Right.
So.
Well, there we are. I thought ahead. So, tell me all about it. What happened? She will ask before I recounting of the...
Yeah, we'll tell her what happened, mostly.
I'll give her a loose recounting, but I'll leave out the stuff about, like, the serpent factions and, like, the Mershal and all that. I'll just say that, you know, there are Yuan-Ti and some of them started fighting. And they stole my dagger, and actually now it's a short sword because they had a dagger too, and these shards of glass fused. But I leave out the part where there's a third shard, etc.
She is enthralled. So, casting the spell takes an hour.
Yep.
By the end of that hour, watching as the runes are cast and locked in place before finally they animate becoming active at the culmination of the ritual. It is a strange thing to watch a body reverse through the last 36 or so hours of its existence in a matter of moments. It animates with exceptional haste, first only slightly in tiny twitches, before in a sudden explosion of movement you watch wounds disappear, colour return, and there is an audible
Okay, take it easy.
oh!
Nope, don't get up. Do not get up.
Holy shit, it worked.
Yeah, I'm as surprised as you are. You're okay.
Ole.
Just give it a second. Breathe. You're
You
okay.
are who?
Sword Ashmere.
I wear. What?
You're back
I
in the
looked around.
theatre.
Right. I was dead.
Oh yeah,
Yes, you were.
you're quite dead. You're not now.
Reaches a hand out. Pokes you.
Okay, I'm poked. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm real.
Look, see, Soraya. Chief. What happened?
You were found dead in a snake 1T room at the base of some altar.
So
Yeah.
that happened.
Oh yeah,
Yes, it did. It was not a dream, unfortunately.
yeah. Sorry, I can't really take that memory from you. Yeah, no, you're okay. You're healed. You're fine.
My heart's still not for the beating. Oh, that's a relief.
Yeah, you're right. It's gonna be.
You are not undead.
No, not at all.
Oh,
Yeah, no, you're alive. I brought you back from.
I remember them saying they were going to go for my heart.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to take that memory from you. That's not what I do with magic.
So, thank you.
Yeah.
I think. What? You're a priest? Because I saw a light, but I mean, it wasn't the bard.
Wait, what?
What?
You saw a light.
You know, the bard's supposed to carry me to the place beyond, but I don't think I went to the right place. I mean,
Wait,
I'm not a bad man.
hang on. Where'd you go? It's alright.
Did you see a tower?
Yeah, lights, and it was
Screaming.
ghosts and shit.
Yeah. A vast white plain with a tower in it, right?
I mean, I've cut some people, but I ain't killed.
You didn't go there, but you're not a bad person. You didn't go there because you're bad.
Right?
You went there because there is a problem.
It's really hard to explain, and it's a lot. But you didn't go there because you're a bad person. You went there because something's wrong with the world as a whole.
Because they were screaming.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. We've been there.
I was right.
Yeah, I know.
As
It's
far-fetched as it sounds, he tells the truth.
it's terrifying, and I'm sorry you saw that.
I don't think I'm going to sleep right for.
There's a shop.
Uh,
The Dragon's
Hey.
Heart sells sleepy tea.
I kneel down next to the guy, and on the earpiece,
Yeah.
on the earpiece, I'm just gonna go like, let me take it.
All right, you talk to him.
Did he just... Hold on. Did he just speak backwards for a moment?
Did he?
It seemed like there are some aftershocks of
Yeah, the time magic's gonna.
intense temporal.
Yeah, he's displaced in time. It's gonna take a second for everything to catch up. And so you
You go.
take
It
it.
stretches and then unstretches and then stretches again. Ugh.
I'll step back and let Enzo talk to him.
So I sort of like squat down. I meant he's on the table, probably like sitting up.
Yeah, he's going.
So I'll squat down, sort of at the same height, put like a hand on his shoulder, and be like, about this tower. It could be very important. Tell us everything you saw. This information could save others.
Okay. Well. I. The Yoranta, their leader. I got captured. I sent some word back, but I probably managed to fine. Didn't expect more to be coming from behind, and a rookie mistake, really. Well, anyway, they were coming at me with a knife. Had me all tied up in front of the statue and, well, ritual, you know, rituals shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it.
Well, felt like I got dealt a bad hand, and it was worse. And I think, well, I guess I died. I don't remember. Well, no, the moment, I guess. But everything kind of went foggy, was foggy, and then it's like I guess a desert, but storm clouds above, spiraling, and I felt a pull, and it was hard. I tried fighting against it, but it hurt. It hurt, and I saw the light, and I went towards it, and that felt better, and it was fast. Oh, I was flying, and then I saw it was a tower, and I know prison cells. I recognise bars, and I tried to fight again, but I went through the gate, and it was just screaming. So much screaming. I went down. I mean, I think the thing went up. Gods know how high. And it went down too. And there were creatures. Devils or demons or some shit. I too many arms, not enough eyes.
Insects, like, yeah.
Some were kind of. There was like a fox man.
Owen, do I know what that is? Or do I have to roll for that?
That would be a Arcana roll
I'll make it.
or a religion roll.
I'll take religion.
Can I give him advantage or?
11.
11.
Alright, I'll roll Arcana.
A fox creature could be a werefox. There are some animal spirits that can take that form, and a lot of you don't have any devils that match that description, but there are demons, for example, often take animal bits, bolt them on in weird places, and other. So it could very much well be a fiend. Wouldn't be a weird thing for a fiend.
This is outside of Soren's purview, but he will mark it down for research in those books he has.
Yeah, that'd be definitely a good bet. And they were like, well, guardians, I think, keeping them in, and I went,
The wardens of some kind.
yeah. And they asked me questions, like who I was, what I'd done. And then I don't know, they marked me down in a book. And then I was just alone in a cell.
It's getting worse.
For a long time.
Until you felt
And
someone
then,
pull you back.
What was that?
yeah,
How did it feel to be pulled back? What did you see?
I think it was like a screeching noise. I don't think it liked it. Wherever I was, it's like it had claws in me. And I felt warm. Like, way too warm. Like, cold winter, put your hand in boiling water and it's just almost golden. Even though it's just, well. And I start seeing things, colour, and, well. Shrieking stopped, I opened my eyes and here I was.
And here you
I
were.
feel my insides.
I'm really using all of my 20 charisma as gently as I can. I mutter to the guy, "Do you wish to forget?"
Yeah.
Look into my eyes.
He looks.
I cast Modify Memory. One of my 5th level spells that I took.
Holy shit, okay.
Oh my god.
So, I'm excited. These are spells that I've never, as a DM, seen.
If this was an unwilling creature, it'd make a Wisdom saving throw, but I assume he can just choose to fail.
He will choose to fail.
So he becomes charmed by me for 1 minute, and during this minute, I can modify an event it experienced within the last 24 hours that lasted no more than 10 minutes. Hopefully the 24-hour restriction means it can
I would
count
say
for that.
24 hours that he's been alive. The last 24 hours of his life. Which is now and a couple of days ago. But I don't know how time works in the deep ethereal.
You did say we resurrect him as soon as we came up, like
Yeah.
the next day.
The next evening.
So it's hopefully been less than 24 hours.
I think it technically has. Yeah, because he would have been killed the same day you had headed down. Like the ritual was fresh.
I don't know if 10 minutes covers the entire dead period.
It was more than 10 minutes. I would say.
Can I do the chunk where he dies and sees the tower and the demons? And like,
yeah, him going to his cell and him being wrenched from the cell, I would say you can wipe those. He just has this memory of being locked up in a very
Sure.
strange place.
I will replace it with, what he had started describing. He said he wanted to see the bard when he died.
Yeah, the red bard, which you can put together would be the red quilled bard. Whose name
Eidolon?
I do have is the Eidolon of this part of Akun.
Sure. I will replace it with that, and obviously there's a part in the middle where he's still kind of locked in a cell, but I will come up with some justification for that isn't.
Awful.
Yeah, like I mean, he's part of a thieves guild. He's probably done something to warrant some form.
Sure.
Of,
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
Very
maybe I'll make the
beautiful.
memory like, hey, for your first year of afterlife, you'll be in this cell, but then you'll atone and you'll go to the happy place,
Yay!
something like that.
He
Some-
is like he's still a bit spooked by the whole event, but it is far less of a deep primal terror and more of a well, fuck, I died. But
That's okay.
you know what? There's
Better, yeah.
Cool. And
Yeah.
cast cognitive behavioral therapy.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oof.
Well, at least it's, I suppose, an ethical use of the spell.
Yeah.
He
I'd
was
say so.
happy
Yeah.
to go along with it. Yeah.
If he ever gets removed cursed to greater restoration, all those memories come back. Have fun, buddy. Don't get cursed for any other reason.
Is it not
Well-
permanent after a certain duration?
Mm-mm. No, it just sticks until you're great arrested, as far as I know.
You permanently eliminate all memory of the event.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a hell of a spell.
And this is only the 5th level version. It scales up.
Okay. He doesn't really have much more to offer. He no longer
Yeah.
That's fine.
remembers much that would be relevant.
Sure.
And
Relevance to the plot is over.
Thank you
Yeah,
for your
he
plot
will-
relevance.
so I will call a couple of guys and they'll ferry him out and take him to their their doctor.
Yeah, don't do anything strenuous for the next, I don't know, week.
Lifetime. Got it. And he leaves the room. And for now, Astlori. Plot
Okay.
twist. He was the bad guy the whole time.
Oh, Lord.
I kind of wanted to insight check him because I was like, this is a very low chance, but what if the serpent folk planted a seed and something in him, and then he comes back and he's like,
Yeah. Now I am a snake man.
Once he's out of the room, though, Soren will turn to Enzo and Vigil. So here's an interesting conundrum. When Turk died, he wasn't pulled into that tower. He just arrived in that place. It seems like they're actually taking people now.
yeah, could be it's getting worse.
I think it is.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to.
Maybe
Get
I think
Turk's
so as
soul was
well.
more powerful.
I need to talk to my mum, as much as I don't want to. Soraya. I'm gonna pull the book out.
I was about to ask.
Quick,
I
quick.
assume that's what I.
Yeah, no, it's what you asked for. What do you need it for?
Well, I'll be honest. Blackmail. From what I know, the coil operated within Akun's laws.
Yeah.
And for them to be a legal guild of operation, a transaction needs to be receipted and named. Nay, but my kind, that book should have every murder that I brood of serpent folk ever acted on. And the name of whoever paid for it. I don't expect the those in power who might have taken up their service to have put down their name. But that'd be something. May I
Alright.
seize it?
I have two
Go a
conditions.
long way to cementing the peacocks in this city. Aye, sorry.
If anyone actually innocent's targeted by this thing, you help them. Yeah, you're Thieves Guild, but you're not fucking
Fair.
murderers. You're out for profit, not murder. and you might as well do something good with it.
Well, I think any actions I'll be taking are going to be delayed somewhat by, well, your slight intervention. But
Also,
see what we.
this thing is a really impressive cipher. I've gotten part of it. How good are you with figuring those things out?
Well, I have a certain way with words, but if you're volunteering to help, then I'd be happy to take it.
It's in a language I don't speak. Part of it's draconic, but the other part's abyssal, and it's a cipher
Right.
of the two woven together.
I'm sure we can get someone down here who understands those runes.
Well, I'd be happy to help, but I actually have my own research to do for once. So if you can handle it, if you've got somebody who can handle it, fine. But if you need help with it, I've included my notes on it from this afternoon, so it's a place to start.
I think it'd be best if I handle this internally.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We should have ownership over the information, but if there's anything that I find that I think might be critical, then I'll let you know.
I'm gonna set the book down on her desk. Second thing, you owe me. Non-specific favor to be paid later.
Well, I didn't think family did favors like that.
It's not exactly what I mean. I just mean I might need your help for something later.
Well, you've done me a good one, so consider it done.
Yeah, your man's back, your book's here. So there you are.
Gives the book a glance and swipes it from the table.
Don't hurt anyone that doesn't deserve it.
No, I never would.
And that I actually believe. You two, you got anything with her?
As far as I'm
Oh,
aware,
actually,
no.
yes. Do you want the +1 rapier?
There I was thinking if you wanted me to be your +1 to something fancy.
Oh god.
Too busy.
I'll take it. Shame.
Oh boy. Sure. I mean, I bought this +1 rapier literally 2 sessions ago, or not 2 sessions, like 2 days ago. And I just want to sell it to her, or anyone.
Perhaps it would be of use to Soren if he intends to continue his training.
I mean,
I'm.
if I'm using a rapier, something's gone terribly wrong.
It's kind of what I was thinking.
Give
That's
you
really bad.
500 gold.
Really? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember what I bought it for, but I'm assuming you used the same PDF both times. So.
Yeah, you paid more, but she's
Sure.
offering you less.
All right. Take it.
Yes, you can arrange. You get paid in gems, and she will confirm they are real gems. They are not the fake imports that they're bringing into the city.
Okay.
Man, there's going to be a moment where someone's going to do like a clutch resurrection or revivify, and I'm going to be like, can we just roll a D100? Ah!
And the threshold slowly increases over the campaign
Yeah.
as more counterfeit gems are introduced to the market.
Oh boy.
Like, it's just one of those things that's very, very, very unlikely to happen, which means it's guaranteed.
Vigil will actually ask Soraya if she has another 1000 GP gem to rustle up.
Yeah, we could use one. Just in case.
Again, over the next week she can source one.
Great.
Sick. I will give her 1000 GP for said diamond.
Okay.
That's my business here concluded.
Yep.
I give Soren the 1000 GP diamond.
Alright, thank you. So I can bring back
So-
people from the dead now. That's exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
It works.
It's reassuring that it does. It's good to know that we have things in case of eventualities. All we have to do is keep you alive.
Yeah, well, it's getting increasingly harder to kill me. I do have a concern though, and we're talking, I guess, as we go back to wherever we're going.
Should we No, go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
Ages ago, Altraz told me I wasn't supposed to interfere with the harvesting of souls or whatever, and I don't think I did, but I wonder who I pissed off by bringing that man back out of that tower, and who noticed.
No one that wasn't our enemy anyway.
I mean, true, but that's just a small concern in the back of my head.
If you can bring us back now, should we... This is gonna sound weird. Should we leave body parts in storage somewhere in case you can't recover us?
That's ghoulish, but does make sense.
I don't know how much of a body I'm like looking around the street as we're talking. I don't know how much of a body I need, much of a body I need for that, but I have heard of maybe a spell where you can grow a new one from parts of yourself. It's necromancy bullshit. I've never messed with it, but Winifred was researching it the last time I talked to him. Something
Who's
about-
Winifred?
You know, I'm kind of glad you never met him. He's one of the people at the Myriad Obelisk. He was a necromancer, and, really odd fellow. Just really odd.
Was he at the council meetings, Owen? When we saw all
No,
the,
he would have been a student, and he wasn't around.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, he's, anyway. But I don't know, that's like I said, that's necromancy. I don't mess with that. It's kind of fuddy-duddy magic anyway. It doesn't really work.
Well,
Right, that's-
it can't hurt to leave a fingernail with someone. Maybe it works, you know?
I think
I'm
it
not-
has to be, like, actually a part of you, not just, like, hair or fingernails.
Fingernails are part of you.
Well, okay, yeah, but actual...
I could chop off my pinky or like the last bit of my pinky.
I really don't want to be carrying around a bag of our... But okay.
I didn't say I would carry it around. Leave it here in a coon.
Oh.
I think if we have to resort to carrying pieces of ourselves around, I think we might have already lost. Don't plan for failure, I guess.
I mean...
We have many methods for living so far.
Alright, I see the practicality of it. I do. Actually. And we'll cut off our pinky toe or something. Actually, not the pinky, because you need that to balance for running and whatnot. But, ghoulish, but effective. I just don't know how much of a body I need to bring it back. And I'm not really sure I have time to experiment with that.
That's
Can't
true.
cast regenerate, can you?
That's a druid thing.
That would make this easier.
It would.
Soren, for the rest of that day, I do believe you are hindered
Am I?
from casting resurrection.
Does that...
Isn't that only on... That's 1 year or longer.
Oh, is it?
Let me see.
Yeah, casting a spell to restore to life a creature has been dead for 1 year or longer taxes you greatly until you finish your
Ah,
rest
okay.
and cast
Yeah.
spells again.
It's the target, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 year... 1 year longer?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I am not hindered, but...
Okay.
Okay, well... I need to go do a lot of reading. So...
Yeah, you do that. I'm going to start finding people for the castle, but this is more like boring administrative work, so you guys do your own thing.
Alright. Don't hire anybody too skeezy.
Yeah, we can keep in touch, sendings and this thing.
Yeah.
I have something to do.
Alright. Need help with it, or you alright?
No, I have... Is this taking place canonically after?
Before.
This is before. I have something to do. It may take some days. I will let you know the result.
I mean, I'm just gonna be shut up in our room with a pile of books, so...
Right.
I have a lot of spells to copy. A lot of spells to copy. So... yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And some research to do on Altraz. And that fox thing, because that was weird.
So, Soren, I assume you're spending like 12 hours a day. Ooh.
I am, provided nothing crazy happens, Owen, like random Yuanti showing up to steal our shit.
I wouldn't have snake people assassins attack twice.
Okay, fine.
This time it's scorpion people.
You already had them attack twice. It'd be a third time.
Soren
true.
will be doing the thing that every dumbass wizard does, which is I will study until I literally fall asleep on my books, and then wake up and keep studying.
Okay.
So, let's say 16 to 18 hours, and he doesn't really sleep a lot. I mean, enough to not get exhaustion, but only barely.
So
Somebody will
you
probably
read-
have to remind him to eat.
Which books are you studying?
Yes. I mean, I have a whole pile of demon books.
Say.
Are you studying the fuck you up book?
What's the fuck you up book?
The book that fucks you up when you study it.
The book
Oh, that's
Oh,
with
the
that's
scrolls.
with Elza, and I already think I got everything I was going to learn out of it.
You did not.
I did not.
No.
No. There was like 6 levels and you did 2 or 3.
Oh fuck! God damn it, Owen!
Well, they're currently with Elsa, so
Yeah,
Didn't you... Wasn't the punishment just taking levels of exhaustion? And we have like a week and that's not that bad.
No, it was more than that. I was making continual, like, I think it was intelligence or wisdom saves through that, and I made most of them. And I think I heroic moment one. Failing them was more than exhaustion, and I don't remember what the consequences were, but they weren't good.
Get Vigil to stand 10 feet from you while you research.
Alright, you
I
stand
have
there.
things to do. It's another
so
such thing.
of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books that you have, being the Daemonomicon,
Yes.
the Fiendish Codex 1, Fiendish Codex 2, the Pact Insidious, and the Tome, or the Tome of Batari Denizens, and the Study of Hellfire.
Player's Handbook 2, Complete Arcana, Complete Mage. Yeah. St. Arthur's Guide to Everything.
Alright, well, Study of Hellfire I'm not going to use
The book
because...
of Foul Darkness.
Yeah, I'm definitely not petitioning the Master, the Lord of No Mercy, for, Hellfire shit. Yikes. Wait. Hold the fucking phone.
What?
Well, Dren's patron gave him the use of Hellfire, and this book that I have also grants somehow that you can petition this Lord of No Mercy for uses with Hellfire.
Same guy?
Maybe. But, I don't know, that seems like a pretty generic demon thing, or a devil thing.
Yeah.
But it's worth looking into, because I would like to be released from this shit.
The book does detail that the Lord of No Mercy is the Master, Creator, Supreme of Hellfire. There are fires in hell, but not all fires in hell are hellfire.
Okay.
Hellfire itself is pure, concentrated hell.
Fire.
Yes.
Fun. Alright, well. No, I'm trying to research how to fix what I've done, basically. And I have a really impressive tattoo on my back from something very terrible I did a while ago, and I'd like to figure out how to fix that somehow.
What you... So you're reading the Study of Hellfire, I assume the Pact Insidious, because
Yeah.
it covers... I will say, without dedicating full time to study, you can work out which book would be best for sort of each question you have.
Yeah.
For Fox Creature, you reckon's probably in... I'm just checking... Fiendish Codex 2.
Okay.
You don't think it's a devil, so it's not going to be in Fiendish Codex 1, but the second tome seems to be a more wider pool of just generically denizens of the lower realms.
Okay.
And yeah. Can you make me a Arcana check with advantage?
Just one?
for your research into trying to identify the creature.
25.
Meets the
Sick.
DC. One of the 9. So the Phoenix Codex 2 contains 9 entries, and It's kind of abstract game mechanic form of it. But when you make the check, if you succeed, the book has an
That
entry on
entry.
that creature.
Mm-hmm.
If you fail, this book has no information on that creature.
Cool. So one of them is whatever the fuck this thing is. Neat.
I need to get a book off a shelf.
Oh, fuck! That's what I thought it was. I'm really excited. Those things are scary.
So, you find in these somewhat grim and unpleasant tomes written by Belly Band. Who's the author?
Written by a wizard who lives by the coast.
Velith Ikbari.
What a name.
And it is a type of Yugoloth, which isn't in that book. Which book are the Yugoloths in? They're not in the monster manual, are they? Maybe they are in the monster manual.
Either that or modern cannons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought. Oh, they are in the base book. Huh. The brief detail, it kind of has an assumed knowledge aspect of Yugoloths and doesn't spend too much time diving into what they are,
Right.
other than they are a fiend of the lower realms that hold themselves as separate from sort of the great blood war that exists between the devils and the demons.
Okay.
They are mercenaries, neutral evil incarnate. They are just nasty.
Okay.
The book does note that they are quite good for applying and employing the services of, but they are not to be trusted. So they make good mercenaries and such. The Arcanoloth, being this kind of jackal-headed humanoid, are powerful arcanists and magicians. Charismatic, they are highly intelligent sentient creatures, known to take great care of their clothing, appearance, mannerisms, etiquette. They're also known to have a hunger for knowledge and power, and are higher up in their hierarchy. They are the archivists, the contract keepers, the recorders and accountants of the Yugoloth kind. They have by reputation, it is said that the Arcanoloth knows all the language, and so is very useful for being a middleman in negotiations and such, if you can afford their price. But thankfully, they are happy to take secret law and magic in place of coin.
Interesting.
And from a if you've pissed one off, here's the things to be aware of point of view. They have the ability to teleport, for space is their plaything. They are innately magical creatures, and are very commonly essentially trained wizards. And damn good ones at that. Your average Arcanoloth can cast an 8th level spell, I will say.
So, wow, okay, cool.
And they have learnt ways to be resistant to magic. If you find it is a rare thing to find an Arcanoloth that is not resistant to magic. And yeah, they are. Oh, also, don't assume they're weak. They can also punch people real hard. The book is written in a far more formal tongue than I'm describing. But yeah,
Okay.
strong creatures that are deceptively strong, greatly intelligent, charismatic, and very magical.
Great. That doesn't sound unfamiliar either.
They are mercenary accountants and contract keepers.
Are they known for giving out contracts?
If you were to employ one, they would provide a contract. And they are very often bound, summoned, or hired as to be the middleman in a negotiation or exchange.
But not, say, individuals that go out and seek out people to make their own contracts, like, say, with Dren and I.
I mean, potentially in a sort of a warlock situation.
Okay.
Potentially, there's nothing that would stop them, other than their own interest.
Okay. Right.
They don't seem to give too much of a damn about souls and all that.
Okay.
They're not quite so invested as devils or demons. Well, not that demons are invested; they just want to destroy everything. But they don't quite have the same fetish for souls that the devils do.
That's fair. Alright. Well, that's what I've learned about the fox guy. The other research I want to try to do is, redemptive, I guess, of, like, if you really fuck up, how do you go even again, you know?
Well, the Pact Insidious doesn't answer quite that question, but there's information on how you traditionally would void a contract with a fiend,
Right?
which is that the contract must have a form. It is a physical thing that has power. The realms beyond are where ideas and emotions become real. As such, a contract made is a real thing. It's a tangible thing. If you want to avoid the contract, destroy the contract.
Fun.
However, it is very likely that the contractor, the author of the contract, is unlikely to make that easy.
Yeah, exactly.
You do recall that when you made the contract, it was written and you signed a piece of hellfire turned to stone.
Jeez. Well, alright. Okay. Eventually Soren will contact his mom, but I can wait, because you've been talking about my research for a while, so I will spend the rest of the time copying Donatori's spellbook into my own.
Okay.
So Soren will
Lucy?
leave back and forth to get magical materials, but otherwise be head down in his books.
Lucy, do you want a turn?
I don't really have anything else to do. Vigil will pretty much just do that. The talk with the Cabal itself, and then probably just be slightly more testy than usual.
That's your downtime activity, is being testy.
I legit do not have anything else to do.
Roll for intimidation. I don't know.
Okay. How does Vigil spend his time? Vigil has a week of being testy. Where does he go? What does he?
Vigil isn't good at downtime. I think he probably tries to help others with their things. If and when stuff isn't particularly busy, he will try and find something to do. I think he might go and book Palmia, see if he gets anything interesting and new because Vigil has come into a lot more money now. If anything pops up, since
know what?
Palmy is often a big fan of having new stock.
I will. There was a Kickstarter that I backed. that was
Oh boy.
Griffin saddlebags.
Here we go.
Uh,
If you have nothing else to do, Lucy, you can help me recruit people for the castle, and then Enzo can do other things.
that's
That's-
the interview team. If I'm going to get interviewed for a job, I would
Yeah,
Vigil's the guy you want.
exactly.
on the desk.
I think Vigil is the guy you want because he would instantly tell you whether you'd failed or not.
That's true. Yeah, interview would be very fast.
Yeah. So somebody walks in. Hi, I'm here, but no.
That's the
Can you hold a sword?
first episode of Suits. Yeah, same scene.
How disciplined are you as a person? Do not lie. I will know.
Yeah, zone of truth in the interview room.
Yikes.
Oh my god. First stab this blood needle into you.
Why do you want this job?
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Vigil would be like, I don't know why Vigil's a job interview. Jesus, that'd be awful. Jesus Christ. Just imagining him sat behind a desk, like arms crossed.
Oof.
Why are you in this room? Answer correctly.
Not answer truthfully, answer correctly.
Nope, not answer truthfully, answer correctly, which is also truthful.
You're looking for Palmier
on
stuff?
on a scale of 1 to 10, Vigil, how
Mm.
much money are you looking to spend? With 10 being like
All your money.
all of your money top bank, and 1 being like,
Hmm.
trivial.
Say 6.
A 6. 1, 2,
To examine
3,
the stock.
4, 5, 6. Okay. This might backfire awfully. I maintain the right to magic wave a hand and be like, oh no, that was actually something else.
Okay,
Ring of
Roll
Wishes.
me a D100.
okay. This is
Okay.
not a guarantee of purchase, I will say.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
87.
Staff of Wishes.
You good?
I just realized something. Sorry. I'll talk in a
Okay.
second after you guys figure this out. But I just had an idea for the thing that you did at the end of the week.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
No.
This could be fun.
Yeah, but it's not fun.
Colin,
I feel
yeah,
by it.
has
So look.
a collector recently passed away. And much to everybody's surprise, their will was not left to their children. The estate was to be sold and the money donated to various charitable and
Okay.
such businesses around the city. As such, Palmier has taken responsibility of selling the more desirable pieces. This collector was once an adventurer in their time, and the prized piece was a sword gifted to them by the elves
no.
in Highland.
Okay.
It is a great sword.
Mm,
No, long sword. Sorry, long sword.
okay. You got me back on the hook.
Known as a silver eagle longsword.
All right. What does said silver eagle longsword
Oh wait,
do?
no, it is a great sword. Shit. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Fuck. Roll again. Fuck it. Great swords are useless to you.
Just make it
I
a
re-
mystery. Or, I don't
No, its mechanics do kind of
What?
require it to be.
know. One.
What?
Okay.
What the hell?
So the Silver Eagle weapons, it's their weapons that do like 1d12 or 2d6 damage, and they can't crit. But if you roll the same number on both d6, you get to roll an additional d6.
Whoa.
And if
pretty
that's
sick.
the same number as the other two, you get to roll an additional d6.
Okay, that's cool.
So it's Chaos Bolt. Gotcha.
Chaos Bolt on a
Blade.
weapon, and they don't crit because obviously that would start
Yeah.
getting very, very silly.
It's Chaos Blade instead.
Okay, what's one? Something fun about looking at random tables is being like, oh, fuck. Okay. Huh? Okay. Okay. The Locksmith's Bane.
Okay, interesting.
Pointed at a target. If they're a locksmith, they die.
Yeah. Have you ever made a lock? Okay, so it is a silver lockpick that reorients itself to more easily open locks. It gives you... Okay, it gives you +3 on checks to open locks. If you roll a natural 1, it automatically casts knock on the lock and then destroys itself.
Wow, that sounds terrible. Jesus.
uh,
I'll pass.
Roll,
If-
roll one more D100. I'll go a table up. I think I miscalculated on
Okay.
which tables match.
47.
47 on table. This one.
I
Okay.
currently have 25,120 gold. 128 gold.
that's a lot.
Ooh, a ring.
I'm a fan of rings.
Excuse me.
Ooh.
Wishes, wishes.
Enchantment breaker.
Okay,
Er?
I like the sound of that already. Leg breaker. This big ring allows you to break people's legs. Once per day, you cast leg break. Twice per day, you can cast shin fracture.
There's a feat called Neckbreaker in Pathfinder 1.
Jesus.
I'm so
It does
glad
let
we-
you. It does let you break
Okay.
someone's neck. Indeed.
So,
in fact.
it's a tiny ring that it's kind of a band with tiny chains wrapped and kind of soldered to it. The ring's tiny chains slowly rotate around your finger whilst worn. Whenever you are affected by a spell that restores hit points, such as Cure Wounds or Healing Word, I'd say if you do like 5 lay on hands on yourself, that would also trigger it.
Okay.
You can use your reaction to reattempt the saving throw against an enchantment spell that's currently affecting you.
Oh shit.
It also has Shatter Enchantment. When you are targeted by an enemy enchantment spell or fail a saving throw against one, you can use your reaction to weaken the enchantment's grip on you and other allies within 10 feet of you, allowing you and nearby allies to roll the enchantment saving throw with advantage.
That's cool.
Oh
That's pretty good,
shit.
actually.
Yeah.
How
And
much is that?
It can be used once every 1d4 days.
How often did you get enchantment targeted?
Every now and
Charm
again.
person, hold monster.
Well, I'm saying the 1d4 days isn't really much of a. I guess
Yeah.
No,
you can
yeah,
use it multiple times in a fight,
Yeah.
but pretty much any time you face a monster that can do it.
I would say 7,000
Done.
gold pieces.
Seems fair to me.
Yeah, done.
Cool.
What slot
yeah.
is that? Is it a ring you said?
It's a ring, yeah.
That's cool.
I now have 1812 platinum.
The rings. Has it got like a signet and it's just the school of enchantment with like a line through it? No enchantment here.
Yeah. It's like one of those big knuckle rings, yeah.
Like a high school
It
football ring.
does. The nice thing it was something that this PDF they went out of their way to do was provide art for each item.
Ooh.
Cool. Could you stick that in chat
Oh,
for me,
okay.
please?
Wow,
Anyway?
it's like a chain breaker.
Oh, that's fucking sick. Hell yeah. I'm into that. That's totally Invigil's aesthetic too.
It's a very hot topic.
Oh, that's actually kind of neat. Yeah.
Could you paste the description of that in chat?
Yes, I will do. Do-
I
Alright.
will.
Oh, this has been copied out of the PDF, so
Okay.
apologies if there's any weird formatting.
You're fine. Hater
Spelled
enchantment.
attempt wrong.
Shatter. What's the name of it?
It is called
Alright.
Enchantment Breaker.
Feels like a very
Okay.
first draft name to me, but you know.
Well, yeah, I think it reads as like Enchantment Breaker, and then it's like, no, it breaks enchantments. It's like, oh, okay. I thought it'd be like a general spell thing, but no,
Sure.
it's a result name on this one.
Okay. I spent 7k gold on this. I'll equip that now. Sick.
Okay.
Alright.
Presumably it requires attunement.
No.
What? Really?
What?
Nice.
Oh wow. All right.
Fuck yeah.
And it is
Alright.
only usable once every
Bit.
use a reaction to
That's
reattempt.
fucking sick. Yeah.
Owen.
Yeah.
Can I get a turn? Or-
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
I've been waiting for a while. Enzo would like to two things.
Yeah.
Let's see. I wanna. I guess the first thing I'll do is I'll scry on Vasily Aroma. Is I will because I have an arm hair that I stole of him with a very very high rolled sleight of hand,
Okay.
and I've got the I have Memnor, and I would like to pop a scrying off on him. I believe I can use my spell DC per the eye.
If you're casting, if you no scry yourself, you can use it to scry.
I do
I
not.
think it's DC 17.
That's right.
Oh. I can't give you advantage on intelligence checks or something.
There's no intelligence check here, so.
Yeah. Or
Come on, where is he?
yeah, intelligence ability checks.
That's a fucking cool magic item. Damn. Hell yeah.
It's pretty good. It's the kind of item I like. Not broken. Has a use. Doesn't cost 30,000.
Yeah.
Mm.
And also covers a weakness that Vigil has.
Oh yeah, wisdom saves. Not your thing.
Not my thing.
Technically, for a paladin, every save is kind of your thing, but
This makes it even less of my thing.
yeah. +4 to all saves is kind of like having advantage on everything mathematically.
I mean,
So-
now it's even better.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And now it's like double advantage.
So,
Enzo, I pretty much spent the money you gave me instantly. You gave me 7,000.
That's true. I gave you 7 grand, then you just go and buy a ring.
Yep.
Should have said
I
don't
get-
spend it all in one. You literally spent it all in one place.
Mm-hmm. Good shit.
I think scrying is, what, 10 minutes? Technically, I can do this at will, but I think I'll only do it once. Because probably if I do it more, it can catch on.
fails.
Oof.
His scrying fails or his saving throw fails?
His saving throw fails.
Yes. Got him.
Good shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
He is within the first nest. He is in a room with other drow in what you'd recognize as their kind of military getup. A table covered in charts. They look like navigation maps. Ocean. I would say from the scry and what you can pick up from the conversation, they are plotting a course from where they are to the beacon.
I've got the power. Detect thoughts.
Okay, he is going to make a wisdom save against.
Technically, I think that would hit it. Everyone in the room. I don't, maybe that's the orb only lets it be used on that one person.
Do you get the surface thoughts instantly? Or is this like a different version of detect thoughts?
So you do get the surface thoughts. He is. I mean, he's mostly thinking about what he's talking about. So they're saying, "Oh, it'll take us this many days to get to this point over." My brain has gone completely flat on place names.
The Rift of Hadron?
No, Veritania.
Oh.
From what you can tell on the chart, they're still over Veritania.
Oh, are they flying the whole city out?
That seems to be.
Okay.
Oh, wild.
A lot of the talk is, where can we get food? Kind of, we have winter supplies, but we're not able to restock those at all if we're over the sea. We don't have a lot of fishing experience.
Right.
It's a lot of boring logistical talk.
Yeah, exactly.
You can attempt to pry deeper if you wish.
I will attempt, because even if he succeeds and learns detect thoughts has been used, I'm hoping he'll just think it was someone in the room. Like, oh, politics.
Okay. He does succeed
Hmm.
against detect thoughts. And
Okay.
he will.
I will. If he starts looking around suspiciously, I'll just end the scrying. So that.
Well, his attention immediately goes to someone in particular in the room.
Interesting.
That you sense he just
Distrusts.
distrust. You kind of watch him mutter, flick a hand, and kind of coils of it's kind of dark purple magic wrap around and bind and sort of banish magic from the person. They look surprised because he acted with an instinct. He demands of them what they were doing. They're like, I wasn't going to do anything. But he's
Do I have a name for them?
to believe them. Ooh, I had it. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You can post it later.
Yeah, we'll come back to the name.
Sure.
So getting into doing things, and my notes are
I'll end the scrying before they go like, wait, what was that? And find the sensor or something. I'll just okay.
Okay, link out.
Okay.
70 days was mentioned.
Ooh, that's probably how long until they reach the rift? 70 days.
No, that seems way too long.
The nest moves real slow, isn't it? Like a mile an hour or something? Like, I think that's how the city floated.
Yeah, I mean, Soren would know that Reach can't travel particularly fast. It probably took them a good few weeks to get as far out over the ocean as they did.
And they were a lot closer to start.
Okay, so I do know that these floating cities
I'd say,
don't move fast.
yeah, they're kind of a slow lumbering beast.
Okay.
But they can go 24 hours. They can just go.
Mm-hmm.
Would it take 70 days for them to get from Veritania to the Rift of Hadron?
Yes, pretty simple. Arithmetic, getting buying from somewhere a relatively accurate map of the world.
Yeah.
Coon is the place to buy them because they have a wizard dedicated to making accurate maps. You plot it out, kind of plug in some different travel speeds, but yeah, your average comes around 70 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright.
So after I do this scrying, I do come to Soren, actually. And this is probably only like 2 hours after you start your research.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm like, I tell you this, and I'm like, hey, could you look into it? 70 days.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Other thing, actually, do you have sending still today?
Yeah.
Can you ask Altus if there's any drow left at the obelisk, or if they all left?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Sure.
I have an idea. I want to investigate what they're doing because we've got a few days and I can teleport now.
Right, yeah, you can... Yeah. No, alright. I'll cast Sending to Altus. Hey, Altus, brief question. Any drow left at Skyward Reach, or did they all leave?
No! They all left. Thank the gods.
Yeah, they're gone.
Good. Okay, second real quick request.
Hmm.
Can you teleport me to Skyward Reach? I can get back, but I can't get there.
You want me to... Like, via teleportation circle or actually
Yeah.
teleport?
Oh, well, circle is easier for you, I imagine.
Yeah, well, you know. No, I can do that, so...
I can get back myself. I'll probably be back today or tomorrow. But with them gone, I want to ask around and see... Well, now that they're gone, it'll be easier to ask around about them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's not a problem, actually. Can you do me a favor while you're there?
Sure.
There is, and I will describe to you, a very strange, very specific hiding place up on one of the abandoned parapets, like one of the towers, where Soren's got his little nook that he hid away ages ago. So there's a box in there, right? And it's got this really weird ink in it. Can you just bring that back? I forgot to bring it with me the last time I was there. You're gonna have to probably either fly or climb to get there.
I'll take the carpet with me.
Oh, right, you got the carpet. Yeah, no, so, yeah, no, there's this box in there. Don't mess with anything else. I mean, you can, but don't.
Did you stow that when you were like 15 or something?
The spot on the tower.
Yeah, the ink. Why is it there?
Oh, no, it's actually just Tessic Grey, and it's really hard to get a hold of if you're not in Dessau.
Oh, you mean like a shop? I get it.
Yeah. No, well, no, it's a store of Tessic ink that I made when I was in school.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, no, I'll get that for you.
Thank you. And, yeah, just don't read anything in there.
No problem. And I think the way this works is Soren can teleport circle me to Skyward Reach, and even if he doesn't have a 5th slot left, I can cast my circle back to Akun and just be like, hop in.
Yeah?
You're muted, Owen.
Soren doesn't have to go with you to...
No.
Oh, not even? Doesn't have... Okay, then
no,
it's
I
even
just
easier.
I can put the circle on the ground and be like, shove.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, so...
And as soon as I'm through to Skyward Reach, I would like to look at the circle and study it and learn it for a minute.
I mean, Soren's happy to give you the circle if you ask him.
Well, I didn't.
Or you could have studied it while I was making it, because it does take 10 minutes to cast, so...
I don't know if that's how I think by the rules, I don't think you can do that.
Wow.
I think it says...
There you
go. Maybe it doesn't say that. I kind of assumed you'd have to be at the destination to learn the sigil, but maybe I could learn the sigil from just Soren casting it.
You would have watched him draw it.
You can submit a new sigil to memory after studying it for 1 minute.
Oh.
So either by studying Soren's ritual or by just arriving there and looking at it for a minute, I'll learn how to teleport to...
Yeah, it's kind of that weird thing of the mechanics of the spell and detail it doesn't go into.
Oh yeah, it does send you directly to the circle. I forgot that you could... I'm a little tired, sorry. So I guess you could just stand on the circle in Skyward Reach and learn it there.
Yeah. I would say you can learn the spell. I think the impression I get is that you spend 10 minutes kind of setting up generic teleport spell, and then you input the passcode at the end, and then it opens.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't get the 1 minute to study it, or the 1 minute. What was it? Oh yeah, you said spend a minute kind of setting it up, put the passcode in, open the portal. You have a round to go through.
Anyway, the point is, I'll have Soren teleport me there, and I'll learn the circle, and I'll end my scene for now. As to what I do there, we'll come back to that.
Okay. Well, I think that might be a good time to go on a wee break.
Sounds good to me.
That's good, everyone. I'm going to read up a little bit. Stronghold of Followers.
Strongholds and Followers, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Notes for that, and then when we come back, we can dive into splashing some cash, conducting some interviews, and
Oh man, I'm totally gonna lean into interview vigil. Fuck yeah,
Potentially
this is gonna be so
talking
funny.
to my mom as well. So,
getting things set up for your castle restoration project.
yeehaw!
Hell yeah.
Alright, we'll be
Because
back
every
in a bit.
I'm
adventuring
genuinely
party needs a big money sink, right?
We do.
Yeah, I'm genuinely excited because this is a part of a D&D I've never really had any involvement with before. It's always been, an adventure forever, and this is quite exciting.
Alright,
I'm looking forward to it.
we
Yeah.
will be back shortly. We'll see you guys in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Break screen. Welcome back,
Yep.
everybody. We're here. We don't do recaps anymore at the break, but we're back from break. So hello, Owen. Yeet.
So, you are wanting to restore the fallen cloud giant castle that you stumbled across in the deep, deep frozen south.
Yeah.
To do so, I'm going to be making use of Stronghold Followers.
To do
It's
so,
a
I'm
handy
gonna
book
hit
that
the
covers
Skyrim playlist.
this exact kind of situation. So, we were talking over the break just to get some of the basics out of the way, but to provide context to those watching. Stronghold's followers, you can build strongholds. Wow, I am going to explain this really badly. Basically, you as a party have a castle. It has enough room for 3 strongholds within it, over which an individual character can claim ownership and rule its defense. This provides abilities, and then within that stronghold, you can build your own personal home. Each class having its own twist, which improves certain class abilities, as well as interacting with the other systems that, being the lords of your castle, begins to tangle with. Because your castle is a ruin, you're not building it from scratch. The cost and time to construct your stronghold, your castle, is halved. And so all that remains is for you to find the people you wish to hire to do this work for you, and what it is you would like to build within your shell.
I assume mechanically we like build or restore the castle before we start building strongholds. It's like the initial investment.
No, it is
Simultaneous. Huh, okay.
all at once.
How much we talking here?
The cloud giant is big. The castle giant is big enough, and there's enough going on there that it's not like a ruined tower that you have to make it out. Like, there is a tower that Soren could easily be like, I want this to be my wizard tower. And you have this other space for other people to live and help maintain it and provide for you.
We can hire multiple contractors, is what you're saying.
Well, it has a cost. You can't pay more to do it quicker because at that point you just get too many cooks.
Gotcha.
Like, if you're hiring professionals to repair it, you'll be hiring the right amount of professionals to repair it. So you can build as a stronghold. Remember, you get to choose 3. A keep, which is more martially focused. A tower, which is arcanely focused. A temple, which is divinely focused. Or an establishment, which is kind of money and information, people focused.
Ooh, I have ideas.
I think establishment and tower are no-brainers.
Yeah.
And then for a third slot, we want either a keep or a temple.
I will just say, for the sake of it being a cloud giant castle, the establishment probably includes a easy way of having people come to
Yeah, that's very fair.
castle if people want to visit. You still have control over that, but it's it's a place that, it could be a theater in a city, it could be a blacksmith, it could be an establishment. It makes money each season. It's a thing. So once your castle's kind of over the mainland, it would be a place that people would come to for a reason.
I like
Dinner
the idea.
theater.
No, I like the idea, this is funny, of turning it into like a shopping mall. Of just like, I own the mall, and you're free to come here and establish your store and sell stuff, but, you pay me the lease, essentially.
Enter the landlord, truly evil.
Ugh.
Flying shopping mall.
That does have appeal.
Yeah. So to give a quick rundown, the keep, it's something that people know is there. You're making a statement. It is a place of protection for the local people. It can house its own military.
Does it give any bonuses to defense if our castle gets attacked? Is there rules for that?
Yes, in that you get more units and can maintain more units to defend your castle.
Interesting.
And is more likely to have, a gatehouse and parapets, and it'd be you are restoring the walls of your giant castle and making it a militarily focused, part of it.
I feel like that pushes the needle into keep or temple territory for me. What do you guys think?
Yeah, to be honest, yeah.
A little bit.
You guys can still have your
Vigil-
shrines, but we don't need like a temple.
No, and
Yeah,
I
Vigil
was
would relish the idea.
actually, Owen, is there a way that I can make an arcane temple? Like, is there a way that I can blend? I mean, because Soren's a Theurge, so if he builds a tower,
Essentially,
it's going to be
you
vaguely
could
religious
have your
too.
tower. You could have a tower-shaped temple. I don't have the mechanics of the temple with a wizard's
Or a
library.
temple-shaped tower.
I would have to know what those mechanics would be, but
Yeah,
whatever would be Soren.
So I'm just quickly going through. So what the keep allows you to do is to train and maintain forces.
Okay.
Its kind of unique ability is about raising units and training units. You can. If Vigil wants to train his troops how to
Yes.
train with finesse training or reach training or shield training. You want to keep this bad boy can start off with 2 units and recruit even more over time. That's its focus. The tower being the home of wizards and arcanists all over is really its main focus is spell research, inventing new spells, creating variations of existing spells.
Can we think of anyone that would be good for? I'm kind of blanking here. I think let's just not build a tower. Like, who needs one?
I wanted to know what the mechanics for the temple were, that's all. Considering that
Yeah,
I'm both... I'm an arcane priest, literally.
I'm not making fun of you, Rune. I'm just joking.
Are you?
Spell research. What about other research? If we wanted to...
Oh, that's cool. There's an alternate rule of having your tower be specialized into a particular school.
Hmm.
What was that?
Non-spell research is possible in the tower, or no?
Uh,
Or just like a library?
a wizard's library does have
Stuff about
kind
like
of research
fiends
and
and
stuff.
aboleths.
So the temple allows you to petition your deity as you kind of gain concordance with your god, and do what's kind of like a lesser form of divine intervention.
Pretty sure my god's dead.
What would a temple to you look like? Just a big mountain?
It would probably, like, straight up, probably be like tapestries of, like, great vistas and banners and... Yeah,
Child science project of a baking soda volcano.
I'm picturing more crusade looking place.
Sure.
Spears on the wall, mounted armor and shit.
Okay. That makes sense.
So yeah, the temple's kind of godly interaction stuff. I'll be honest, it doesn't seem quite the theme of Soren's.
Nah. Nope, tower it is then.
Interactions. And then the establishment allows you to gather intel and rumors and such. People coming through and generate revenue.
Okay, interesting.
It would be so it works on a basis of seasons. So there are 4 seasons in this world, about 3 months each. Or kind of 4 months ish. But yes, every season it generates 1,000 gold per level of the establishment. So compared to how much money you currently have, it's not crazy money compared to your current income ish. Well, not very stable income, but it's consistent and kind of can have your castle be self-sufficient. And does things like yeah, so you can gather intel on various organizations and things in the local area of your castle and secrets and whatnot. All sorts of fun stuff. And then each class has their own specific place. But that is
Cool.
sensation.
I have to cue up this music because we're talking about a giant castle and a tower. So,
Looks like.
Heroes 3 Tower Town music.
Yeah.
So it seems like keep tower establishment. All in favor?
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Oh man, Vigil's gonna fucking vicariously live out his fucking commander days. Oh
Do we
boy.
pick an order in which they get built, or just all at once?
It would be all at once.
Wow. All right.
And it will cost.
Hang on, I have just a brief question. What's happening to all the giants and barbarians that live there currently?
That's up to you.
You know,
Aren't they kind of downstairs? Like, they don't come up into that area.
The whole thing is the castle, though. That downstairs bit is part of
Ooh.
the floating castle.
Yeah.
Ooh. I guess we can employ them.
I feel like we beat them up enough that they. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, could we?
You could. They might be open to offers.
Oh, yeah.
Do you not want to? Do you not want to live in a snowy wasteland where there's no food?
I mean, like, the deal we can make with them is like, listen, this shit's a ruin, and we're working on restoring it. We're gonna restore glory to this castle. In exchange, you will not destroy it and work here. You'll still get paid for working here.
Don't we have? Isn't there a giant king as well? Though we didn't kill him.
We didn't kill him, we got him on his hand.
We didn't
He's on
kill
our
him,
hand.
but I feel like at the end of his story, he learned to be a better person and his heart grew 3 sizes. Because he and his son beat each other up until they became better people. That's what I got out of that.
All right.
So. I would say going around Coon, talking to tradesmen and all that jazz, getting some contractors conversation to talk about what you can expect to pay. You're looking at just because it amuses me in my head. And the most reasonable guy is a Goliath, who's pushing 7 feet and about 5 feet wide. He's like built like a brick shithouse. He's got a traditional
Jesus.
strongman build. So there's muscle under there, but he's also got a healthy layer of fat for winter. So he's got bulky guys. Kind of wipes the nose with. Well, of course, you look at that kind of work. I reckon I could do it for a solid. We're going to be wanting to spend a good 16,900 gold for those kind of works. I mean, the kind of conditions you're talking about, you might, if you're looking, you'd be looking to cover costs of cold weather gear and the likes. Might be some complaints. I don't know whether you could you said it was flying, right? Can you get it into a slightly better location, maybe? I mean, doing a fixer-upper in the middle of a snowy wasteland ain't exactly a prime working environment.
Yeah, that's part of the problem, is we haven't been able to get it flying yet.
He has not battered an eyelid at the flying. He just seems to be like, yeah, alright, I can do it.
Do we want to put some time of our own into making it fly? Or just hire somebody to try and lift it off? I kind of thought it'd need to be repaired before it would fly, but maybe the other way is easier? It's
We
hard to
haven't
build a
tried.
castle on the sky.
We literally haven't tried though. Like we haven't
Okay.
tried once to make it fly.
That's a good
Because
point.
we nudged it a bit and it moved. I think.
Have we even been back since we bought the orb? Yes, we have, because we rolled it upstairs.
Yeah.
Because we're not carrying it around with us.
Yeah.
I don't think Soren's there for that conversation, by the way. He's in his books. But if asked, we'll give input.
Is the price of building those 3 what do you call them? Strongholds really just 16.9?
Yeah.
Wow.
At
And the-
level. I mean, if you're wanting to, I can try and go for a bit more of a fancy job on it if you wanted a bit more done. But as a baseline, you know, getting things functional based on what you described, I reckon that should do it. I mean, material costs. If you got your magics that you're discussing, I mean, what's the stone like in the area? Can we quarry local or we need to import?
I know all about stone and quarrying.
Timber might be an issue. I don't know if they got much in the way of local timber. That kind of.
Yeah. You bring up a lot of very good points.
Hey, most of it's standing. I mean, shouldn't need too much in the way of timber that we can't just port in. If you got the magic for it, of course. I mean, we're talking. It's going to take a long time. We can work out logistics closer to requirement. The works that you're talking about, oof, it's going to be a good. Well, best. Going to be a good about 10 months or so.
It's understandable. Okay, I'm gonna briefly erase Soren's name from the Far Scribe section of the book. Put it back in later. And I'm gonna put this guy in and into my book as somebody I can send to at will.
Okay, his name is Reggie, but spelled with 2 J's instead of 2 G's.
2 J's.
Yeah, Rejjie.
Reggie.
Reggie the Goliath.
Reggie.
Yep.
His accent fits his name, I feel.
You can call me Reg.
Yeah.
Wedge. Yes. I will get back to you. We're going to see if we can lift this castle off, because if we can, that solves a lot of problems, and we don't need to build it in a snowy wasteland.
Well, that would be great. I mean, I know a bunch of lads that'd be willing. Might be a bit of extra pay to work down there, but I reckon they could do it.
Sure. And they will need to live on site, because although I can teleport you back and forth, it's not, well, not that often.
Yeah, well, we've done some long hauls for the contract and all that, so yeah, they can. I can stick through it.
All right. Okay. Far Scribe. Well, I guess
Reggie
we'll just...
Fils-Aimé.
Good job, Reggie.
His body is ready.
What do you want to do, guys? Do you want to go and try and lift off the castle?
I will get on the spy's murmur.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, Enzo, we have the inhabitants that are currently, well, inhabiting the castle to deal with as well. What is our plan?
I guess the plan would be to strike some sort of deal with the giants. Because they'll probably want to stick around, but we need them to be peaceful to us.
This is true. We've already bested their king once, and we are stronger than we were last time.
Like, here's the thing. In 2-3 years, this place is gonna be fucking prime real estate. Everyone's gonna want to be here. Now, I just need to convince them of that fact. And, you know...
Well, you are persuasive, Enzo. I'll give you that much.
Yeah, but I don't really... After that 7k I paid you, I have like 1,000 gold left, so as far as bargaining chips, I have like... Do I have any treasure I can give to them? Maybe the giants will want like a offering.
Enzo, currently in terms of covering costs for the place,
Ooh, excuse me.
I have 18,128 gold. That pays for the entirety of the renovation.
It does. You know what? Come with me. Let's bargain with those giants. And maybe we'll need to use some of that gold to give them a down payment.
One thing beforehand.
Ooh, I have an idea.
One thing beforehand. If I am the one to be renovating this place with the large gold sink,
Mm-hmm. I was
I would like
planning
to-
to pay you back, but
that's fine. But in the meantime, I would like a section of my own. Not permanently, of course. We settled this before in the idea of owning this place. I would like a place of my own to train others. We may need a standing army, we may need resources, we may need a launching point.
part of our plans were to build a keep. The keep is yours as far as I see. None of us are military or soldiers.
Good. I look forward to reprising my role. Only this time in a better sense.
Okay. Well, don't pay the Goliath yet because we still got to figure that stuff out. But sure, if it comes to that, then we'll pay it with your money.
Good. Zarin,
Ah,
how are things coming along?
Sorry, what? Were you talking?
How are things coming along, Zarin?
With,
With your research?
Oh, right. Yeah. No, sorry. I think I need some coffee. No, they're, slow. Very slow, but, I'm getting somewhere. Did you know there's a thing called an Arcana loss?
We
A
did
what?
not.
I explained what an Arcana loss is, and I'm not gonna read out the paragraph again.
We're going to the Storm Cloud Giant Castle,
Yeah?
and we're gonna try to lift it off. Do you wanna come?
Well, sort of, but, what do you need me for other than just getting you there? And
We don't really need it. I can get there. I can get us there.
Yeah, you can. I think you can do that yourself now. So if you don't need me for anything in particular, I'd actually rather stay here and keep hoping to have the spellbook over because there's some
No,
useful
no.
things in there. So
We're good. Do your thing.
alright, as long as you're sure, that you're not gonna need me or
We'll be
anything.
fine.
I mean, I can just teleport to you. So
Yeah. And if we die, you can resurrect us now, so it's fine.
uh,
Bye.
have a good
So-
time.
I just spent the last several minutes counting days on my calendar to work out when it'd get done. And his estimated, if he sort of, get started this week, his estimated completion date is the day after our adventure began.
So a year.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
So, well, no, because it's been several months. We started at the tail end of spring. Oh. Why aren't you working? There we go. We started in about halfway through the last month of spring. Went through summer. We are now about halfway through autumn. So he's saying so autumn, winter, most of spring. And we'll have it done all shipshape, nice and shiny.
Yeah. Construction's real easy in winter, as we all know.
Well, yeah, might take a bit longer in that, but I don't know, hard-working lads can work through, I'm sure.
Goliaths have cold weather resistance, I think, so it's all good. All right. I guess.
Kind
Any other
space.
questions?
Sorry.
Any other questions here, or Lucy, you want to go? You want to go try that?
Let's try it, I think.
Okay, I will teleport us there. Remember, every short rest, I get back 2 5th level slots, which can both be teleportation circle.
That's delightful. I'm so glad I
So-
never have to do that again.
Yeah, I am the teleportor.
Earn those air miles.
Thank you for flying
I have
Enzo
a
Air.
tuxedo.
There should be
I
an
love the
increasing like
idea.
1% chance.
There is an entity of who is the deity of teleportation, and it's like once you've done your 1,000,000th mile, it's like
Great pop-up.
greetings. You have earned your 1,000,000th mile. Your next teleportation spell slot will be restored for free.
Here's a bag of peanuts.
Congratulations!
Yeah. Do I get access to the Platinum Lounge or something? Like, what?
The next time you teleport, you'll be teleported to the secret shop where you get one free item.
Yeah.
You've earned your millionth mile. You gain +5 on the teleportation location chart.
An extra 6 inches of legroom. Okay.
You'll need it. You're that tall now.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right, I teleport us to the castle, and let's go see the. I'm getting. It's frost giants that live there, right?
Yes, frost giants and some human tribesfolk.
And it was a cloud giant castle.
It was a cloud giant castle. It
Right.
seemed like it crashed and the frost giants moved in.
Here's my idea. So we have a little bit of gold that we can bargain with. Maybe we can also give them some sort of item. If it would seal the deal on its own, I'd be willing to give up the shard of the ice rune. Or alternatively, we can do what we've always done and just be like, hey, we're adventurers. Is there a service you need? Do you need us to go kill some fucking, I don't know, white dragon or etc.? And in exchange, don't fuck shit up and be sort of like guardians for this castle, I guess, defend it from any wyverns that come attack it or something.
Because you made quite the impression on Jarl Torgir.
Yeah. What did we do with that demon?
You beat I think the demon's still.
Oh yeah, it's still there.
Maybe that's the task, because we...
Get rid of
The
that
Jarl, you find that the entrances to the caverns with the Devil Inn have been... They're not permanently blocked off, but they've had snow piled up and just filled in. Jarl Torgir, I mean, yeah, you beat the shit out of him, but he's a frost giant. He's kind of into that. So,
thing. Oh lord.
mad respect. He greets you kind of surprisingly cheerfully. He looks a bit healthier than you last saw him, and his eldest son is nowhere to be seen.
Interesting. I'll inquire about that.
He was banished, exiled.
Ooh, really? I thought they'd, like, settled their beef, but I guess...
The son disagreed.
Uh,
Tried getting up to more shit.
well...
But Jarl Torgir was more than happy to send him on his way.
Well, he's gonna come back with a raiding party of what were those frostfire creatures called?
Remorazes.
He
Yeah,
can
so-
return when he has the head of a dragon. And nothing less.
I know of a dragon he can go kill for us. Sorry.
Man. A dragon has not flown over these parts in centuries.
Well, I have a feeling one's about to fly in over these parts in the next 10 to 20 sessions. Okay. Well, Jarl, we are seeking to take this castle to the skies again. I believe we have the means to do so, but we wanted to make sure that you were okay with this and perhaps strike a deal regarding, because I'm sure you want to continue living here, but once it's in the sky, that might cause problems for you. So, can we work something out? Perhaps sign you on as employees to guard this place, because once it's in the sky, it'll be a nice big target for creatures to attack it. We are willing to pay with gold, treasure, or maybe services rendered.
Where will you take the castle?
I look at Vigil. Do
Will
we
you move across the land?
possible we will take it closer to the coast just to rebuild it, because out here there is not a lot of trees and wood's pretty important.
We have been here for many years. and the hunt has grown lacking.
Closer to the coast, there should be more light.
If you would allow us to hunt great beasts, prove our strength to the Old Father. Then I can accept these terms.
The hunting great beasts and proving your strength, those sound totally rad. I'm on board.
Our kin lost their way long ago.
You would seek to return them to it.
The old ways must be maintained. But I tire of war. I do not wish to fight. You, that is. You have come and shown your strength to me. The castle is yours, but it is my home. I would not abandon it. And you offer to work together. So,
I have no intention of kicking you and your tribe out. You may continue living here. We simply wish to build up the other parts of it that aren't being used right now anyway.
Jarl. And if war comes to us, would you be willing to defend?
we will defend what is ours. And
Good.
he gestures widely to include the two of you. Ours? No. We should drink. He kind of pulls his drinking horn out.
Nice.
And it's kind of, you have to two hands kind of just to angle it.
I go, Vijay, tell him about the keep. I think he'll like the keep.
So, we have plans, Jarl. I plan to raise a standing army. I plan to marshal forces, gain command, ensure that if this place should come under siege, we have many a force ready to deploy and defend it. I was of a position of command in my previous occupation. Obtaining that role once more would
Whoa.
probably do wonders in recruitment and ensuring that forces are properly trained. And those recruited become our side, become our defenders. And in time, we cut our own path through the world,
Yes,
carve our own freedoms.
it is our way.
Then we have an accord.
Drink!
Vigil drinks. Fuck it, why not?
Benzo will drink. Doesn't usually, but for this...
It is strong, and there's a lot of it. It kind of full splash over the face.
Visual, I'm gonna need some points of lay on hand after this.
He takes it, offers it to the skies above, and then slams it down into the snow, and there's a small wave of booze washes out over the ice. Good. And he looks... He's tall enough that you can actually look out. Because you just got walls on all sides. But
Mm-hmm.
looks off to the far horizon, nods, and seems content.
Can you show us the castle map, by the way? Roll 20.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yes. I will do a proper kind of top-down.
I'll say that now that he's made this deal, he can also invent himself a sick title. Like, he can be Jarl Torgir the First, you know, Sky Frost Giant, or, you know, just like, make the most of it, dude.
We need a name for this castle, man.
The first human, what do they call themselves? Jotun?
Yeah.
First human Jotun alliance or something, you know. Not that any of us are human. Well, Soren's human, but
Arguable.
Half book, half wizard.
Do
Half angst,
Kith?
half book.
That's the word, right? Kith.
yeah.
Kith Jotun Alliance. KJA. Get a tattoo.
God.
There's still areas hidden by fog of war on here. Oh, okay.
There we
Yeah,
go.
but it's because the map I originally pulled it from.
Okay, so we have like a mountain. Man, I wish Donatori were still around, then we could just hire him to get rid of the demon.
It's a shame he's a piece of shit.
I mean, I legitimately just want to walk in and cast banishment on it twice and just see if that works.
If not, you've got physical banishment.
Well, yeah.
So that's your side view.
Cracks knuckles.
This is your lower courtyard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, the fucking Remoras. Jesus, forgot about those
sword
things.
art.
Oh, the baby Remorazes?
Yeah.
Oh
the
yeah, we've got
Remoras.
that too.
So that's the lower courtyard.
There's the
Man,
woman
Vigil's
with-
gonna be a fucking commander again. It's gonna be legit.
Upper
A
courtyard.
captain again.
And that's the top end, yeah.
And this is the
Oh,
top
yeah.
Oh shit! I just realized Vigil no longer has to be captain. He can declare himself commander.
Yep.
General Vigil.
You can be whatever
Man.
rank you want.
Invent a rank for yourself.
No, this has some alt tokens on there that shouldn't be there.
As the owner of the castle, my rank is Big Daddy.
Oh god. No.
Tell me,
You must all refer to me by rank at all times.
No.
tell me, High Lord Vigil doesn't have a fucking ring to it.
High Warlord.
No, High Lord, man. High Lord's fucking sick.
Skylord.
Skylord. That's
Oh,
That's gotta be Jarl's title.
Yeah.
Skylord
yeah.
Torture.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, we got
Yeah.
our wolf friends. Forgot about them.
Yeah, we did. And they're also guardians.
They had puppies as well, remember?
They do have
Yee.
puppies. I would say if you do like a brief, he will something he will tell you is like, oh, you're the future owners. I should let you know in the survey. There is a slight ice method infestation in the lower levels of the castle, but they're pretty harmless. They don't, they wouldn't hurt a fly.
If they become a problem, Vigil says out of character, I will turn on Spirit Guardians and walk in.
It's just, it's old ice down there. It's ice methods like to make it home, and
I feel like we could send Soren in with the Firebolt cantrip, and there would be no more ice methods.
You just dig a hole and just cast Fireball.
Actually, yeah, that would be the method. Just eat.
so
Greater invisibility.
I will
Firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
write up what kind of resources there is. This will likely happen in a future point. There's also just to get you a little bit excited for what's going on if you decide to move forward. The class effects.
Oh shit, yeah. I'm interested.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I wanted to know.
So just for Vigil,
Paladin in a keep, I imagine.
so
Boy.
the keep lets you train and maintain forces. The Paladin's Chapel. So what you get Demence effects, so effects on the local area that you
Sick.
get because the land and its ruler are in some ways one, in the same way that powerful creatures have lair effects. You too now will affect the world around you.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
What's the word you said? Demence?
Demens.
Oh.
Demesne?
Oh, Demesne.
It's one of those words that I've read but not said.
Yeah, same actually.
The
Well,
what
like-
now?
Demence, I'm assuming?
No, it's
Maybe?
pronounced Demesne. I've
Is it
heard it. I've heard it
Demesne?
spoken. It's Demesne.
Where
Domain, apparently.
domain?
According to
It's an
according
old
to-
word
It's
meaning
domain.
the land around that like someone owns.
All right, cool.
Oh, it does say domain. Okay, I guess that's where domain comes from.
Yeah.
Your domain actions. Oh, you get so your domain effects. So for a paladin's chapel, for example, you can flavor this obviously depending on how you wish your chapel to be. But the given effects are clear blue skies and warm sun dominate year round. Rain falls only at night, and thunderstorms avoid the area. Evil creatures in daylight have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, and you are instantly aware of basically big evil things that enter your area.
Sick.
You get stronghold actions, so
Sorry, is
whilst
this a
you're in
choose one or all of them?
all.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
So these affect like your hex on the world map kind of thing, so your local area. You have stronghold actions. So if you're at your stronghold or in your local area and in combat, you get stronghold actions that you can trigger at initiative 20, which can cause evil creatures to be kind of bound by chains.
Holy shit. We're never
to-
getting invaded.
To ground flying creatures, which is particularly useful if you're a flying castle. Or to give allies bonuses to armor class.
Holy
And
shit.
you get an improved class feature, which is Righteous Smite, which is you can do it a number of times equal to your stronghold's level, which would be 1 to start with, which is refreshed on an extended rest, which is a week stay at your stronghold. So take some downtime at home,
Wow.
and it refreshes.
Wow.
Long
But-
cooldown?
It lets you, if you hit a target with the Divine Smite, it burns through resistances. So enemies normally resistant to either radiant damage or your weapon damage lose it, and if they're immune to that damage, they are now only resistant to it.
Whoa. That's cool.
And if they are not
Sick.
resistant to any of it, they become vulnerable.
Oh, okay. That's
That's big.
disgusting. Before the hit
Dang.
applies?
Uh,
It's gotta be.
yeah, it would be. It's not. You can. So when you trigger your Divine Smite, which is on a hit, you would say, "I'm going to use
Before you
my
roll
Righteous
damage.
Smite," but you can only do it once per.
Yeah.
extended rest.
It is
So-
a very. You have to take a week to get the ability back, but it's effectively deal double damage with one smite.
Does the class feature improvement only apply when I'm in the stronghold, or is that elsewhere too?
That is anywhere.
Holy shit.
So we get an ultimate, is what we just unlocked.
Pretty much, yeah. It's because you're like, no, we've invested. We have a place that is our place. You know, we're taking a stance, a place in the world.
So wait, Enzo, would you pick Warlock or Rogue?
Well, I gotta hear where they are.
So the Rogue's Tavern, again, you can reflavor it. That's what you'd like it to be. Allies can hide in your area and escape notice. And no mundane or magical means will reveal their location.
Wow.
Creatures trespassing in your domain have the overwhelming sensation of being spied upon. And if a creature hostile to you takes a long rest, finishes a long rest in your area, in your domain, and you are aware of them, roll a d20 on a 10 or less, they trigger a trap, taking 3d8 piercing damage. Because it's like, oh, they're walking through the woods, let's take a rest. Oh shit, traps!
Oh, it's
The
not just
stronghold-
doing the keep. It's Demesne.
Yeah. So the stronghold actions are things like you can mark enemies, and when you hit them, deal additional damage. Reveal enemies from stealth invisibility, and a Coin of Fate ability where each time you're hitting combat, you can use a you gain a Coin of Fate, and if you are hit, you flip the coin on a heads. It misses on a tail, it hits, and then the coin's gone. But the improvement is after you hit with a sneak attack, you may become invisible until the end of your next turn, or attack and cast a spell.
Someone called?
That is Vanishing Strike.
Vanishing Strike.
And that
Until the
is
start of
for-
my next turn?
Until the end of your next turn, or until you attack or cast a spell. Again, and that's as many times as your stronghold level, refreshing on an extended rest.
Holy shit. Damn.
There is the Warlock's Fane, so a locus of power committed to your patron. There are some perhaps conflicting domain effects which you would have to resolve among yourselves. But for the Warlock, it would be the sun appears as a baleful orb in the sky. And the Warlock's domain, constellations in the night sky are strange, and stars occasionally fall. You're immediately aware of enemies in your domain, and once per month, the Warlock can summon an earthquake as per the spell targeting enemies in their domain. So you begin to warp the land around. Stronghold actions. You recover all spell slots as though you completed a short rest. The stronghold actions you use once, and then that individual action is spent until you finish a short, long rest. But you can recover spell slots.
And the stronghold actions are only within the stronghold. They're different from the class actions.
Yes. Yeah. They are sort of if you're defending your home.
Right.
You can fire Eldritch Blasts at people out of your turn, or summon, extra planar creature to help you. The class feature is you gain an extra spell slot that you can use a number of times equal to your stronghold level, and then you take an extended rest to refresh.
Of just my current spell level, it should be 5.
Yeah.
I will think about... What was the first thing you mentioned in Rogue? I missed it. Literally the first one.
That would be the domain effects. Ooh. Which was... One ally per level of the rogue stronghold can hide in the rogue's domain, and no mundane or magical means will reveal their location. This does not work on the owner of the stronghold.
That's kind of funny. That's the person I would most use it on, is me.
Yeah, it's you can assume a sort of a 12-mile radius from your location.
Wow.
Would you...
last but not least, is the Wizard's Library for vast knowledge and research. The domain effects are features such as the Library of the Wizard Stronghold has a copy of every non-magical book anyone brings into the Wizard's domain. By concentrating for 10 minutes, the Wizard can scry on any person or location in their domain as per the scrying spell.
Holy
you can do
shit.
this from anywhere, including another plane. Once per day, the Wizard can control the weather in their domain. You don't have to be in your domain to do this. The effect is otherwise the same as the control weather spell.
Okay.
Control the stronghold actions, again, once per short rest. You can cast a spell list from your list of prepared spells without using a spell slot. Casting Flesh to Stone on enemies nearby, not using a spell slot. And recover all spent spell slots as though you'd finished a long rest. Your class improvement, or class feature improvement, is Spell Master. You can maintain... Oh, Christ. You can maintain 2 spells with concentration at once. You can do this a number of times equal to your stronghold level, after which you must take an extended rest to refresh.
Jinkies.
Holy shit.
That's a little busted. I mean, I can only use it like once a week, but still.
It's not even once a week, it's once and then you have to extended rest for a week. Which
Right.
has to be a week-long rest in the
Stronghold.
castle.
Yeah. That's still cool, though.
It essentially does mean you'll let's be real, you'll probably get to use this 2 or 3 times before the campaign ends.
Still cool.
Still cool, but
Definitely, yeah.
it's very limited.
So,
okay.
Owen, once this
Yeah.
session's over, would you mind pasting all of this in like a document somewhere so
Sure
we
thing.
can paste it
That'd be
to
great.
character sheet? Cheers.
So these are the things you have to look forward to.
Neat.
Fuck
I
yeah.
will say, there may be...
Tweaks.
No, not necessarily tweaks, just... these powers come from your group staking a claim to a part of the world. There are potential consequences from that. You are now kind of in some way very much a political group. You have land
yeah.
and power and influence, and are a flying castle with giant friends.
Mm.
Wider powers in the world may take notice.
Alright then.
But yeah,
Neat.
And all of this can be found in Strongholds and Followers by Matt Colville. From what is his game
Not an
company
ad.
called?
it's MCDN.
MCDN, right?
Yep.
It's just a fun book, and it fits our current situation perfectly.
Very well. And I like when there's mechanics as opposed to just us like pulling stuff out of our ass, you know.
Mm.
Cool.
Neat.
Yeah, should be fun.
Neat.
So, shall we try to actually lift it off?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Seems like a great final scene for the session.
Yeah. Do I need to attune to that orb? Drop something else if I do.
Yes, you have to attune to it to control it, I believe.
In that case, one of the people we will hire is a pilot. So that, you know, somebody can be here and steer it.
The cat.
Yeah. I feel like he kind of has his own thing. Doesn't he have a shop?
Yeah.
He's a shop. He's not gonna leave. Well, I guess maybe he could move his shop here once this place becomes the hottest new shopping mall of
Yeah,
Yoranta.
you want to open a shop in there, right?
Holy shit! A castle and his
And
boats sticking out the side.
His flying ship does work. It just can't go between planes.
Oh
Is
shit.
what he told you.
That's cool.
So, if anything, he's the perfect guy to act as a ferryman.
We can make his flying ship a tugboat for our castle. Help it move faster.
So there are also like retainers and such that you can hire on to live at your castle and provide various services. Then this is the followers part of Stronghold of Followers. But there's things like you can have a resident alchemist or a blacksmith that can, alchemists and blacksmiths can turn bits of monsters you bring home into weapons and potions and such. You can have a captain to help manage your troops, carpenters, farmers, masons, miners. Again, these things get a little bit weird if you start moving your castle around, because like a mason is like, I'm going to build a quarry on your land for you and make money. But so we can figure things out. Sages and scribes and spies and tailors and all sorts. Ambassadors, if you want to start getting involved in politics, there's a wider world of shenanigans to get involved with.
Sick.
Cool.
So
Neat.
if like you can make offers, like no, you could feel free to make an offer to Takao. You may have limited motivations. He might be in a place to say yes. Maybe he has other things going on. We'll find out. But more importantly, you want to try and bring the castle to the skies once more.
Nice.
Sure do.
Vigil is totally gonna. So I just had a brief thought of it's just like Vigil's moving castle, Enzo's moving castle, Soren's moving castle,
And so's moving castle.
it's Howl's moving castle just without the charm. So by the way, Vigil's totally gonna roll with the High Lord Vigil title, straight up.
I need a title as the owner. CEO. CEO Enzo.
CEO
I'd like to buy a suit.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
No.
The three of you get together, I'll probably say it's sort of a week and a half since you left the Snake Temple. Soren, eyes bloodshot from many hours of research and reading. Enzo, coin purse, I was going to say surprisingly light, but you tend to burn a coin pretty quick. Vigil, having spent some time trying to track down magical items and busying himself around the city. Three of you get together, update each other on what's gone on. Maybe introduction to Reg, who's he'll meet you back at the pub if you got any news on what the situation is. He's got a contract drafted up by his man.
So,
you're
gentlemen.
ready to go.
Oh, Soren, I was wondering.
What?
Enzo is thinking of a title for himself as the owner in this case.
I'm sorry, do we get titles now?
Can do, we own land.
You can do whatever you want. Technically, you can make a title for himself before this.
I mean, I have a title, it's Arcanist, but anyway, go on.
Now it's High
Arcanist,
Arcanist.
Soren Ashman. Exactly.
Oh, no. No, thank you.
Sky Arcanist.
No, I'm really good with just Arcanist.
Can we all just put Sky in our names? Sky Lord, Sky Arcanist, Sky Executive.
Actually, Sky Executive's kind of menacing.
Sky President.
No, you're not the president. What is even a president?
Sky Chief.
Sky Chief. I'm the president of Enzo Town. That's this place's name.
We're not
Please
calling
don't
it
call it
Enzo
Enzo
Town.
Enzograd? Ensberg.
It doesn't have to have your name in it, Enzo.
Kair Enzo.
No.
Pretty sure it's cultural appropriation of the Welsh there, right?
Jeez.
There's a core Enzo instead.
We'll just figure it out later. I mean, it doesn't have to have a name. We don't even know if it flies yet.
Right. Yes, right now it is a pile of junk, in fact.
Say hello to High Lord Vigil, commander of the ranks here.
All
Is it
five?
High Lord or Sky Lord? I like Sky Lord.
I would prefer High Lord,
Fine. That's a
personally.
name.
Anyway, speaking of the sky, should we see if our domain flies?
Yep. I am attuned to.
Actually, I suppose I could come along with you. Just easier to do the survey in person.
Oh, yeah,
Just Reggie?
sure. What's
Yeah.
your name? Reggie, yeah?
Yeah, call me Reg.
So he just looks up.
Yeah, alright. No, you know, better. Oh fuck! What's I've done with his accent? It's gone all over the place.
Just make it. Just bring back the
Alright,
cat.
bottle of water. There we are. Brought proper London. London pan.
Noises.
Fuck you know.
Fucking
You
hell.
what, mate?
You what, mate?
Poor fucking cobblers, that is.
Right, yeah, you can come with us if you like. So,
Cool.
just mind your feet on the circle. You've been through one of these, yeah?
Ah, but what?
Sure.
Don't mind the shadowy tendrils that reach out for the next 6 seconds.
Oh, that's you.
just...
Never mind then. Have fun.
Right.
Take us
Let's
away.
go.
We're back in a jiffy, lads.
Just imagining Enzo just drawing the thing on the floor like, what's yours?
I asked the Goliath where he's from. Manchester? Or like Birmingham? Or...
Yeah.
Me? Ah, nah, local lad, innit?
Fucking die.
Londinium.
Nah, no, I'm not from round here originally, but well, you know, travel around.
East
Tried
London.
reading the old
Gotcha.
tribe in the old ways, but at Coon you gotta, you know, upgrade and diversify. So my accountant says, so here we are, applying our stonemasoning trade where we can.
Sound like Far West to Sell,
Yeah, I
actually.
come from Wrexham.
Really far west to Sell. Like mountains to Sell.
No. Other side of the jungle.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah, real
Oh,
big.
South Africa. Gotcha.
What? We get in the fucking teleportation circle.
I
Fine,
teleport
come on,
everybody. Teleport everybody there. Unattuned to my shard of the ice rune. Attuned to the navigator's orb. And let's see what happens.
Alright.
Okay.
You're gonna fly this thing.
No, don't have no idea how.
Who's flying it
Wait,
then?
you attuned to the shard of the ice rune,
I
did you say?
unattuned from the shard of the ice rune to attune to the
okay.
navigator's orb.
Okay. Cool, yeah, you teleport in, make your way to the top of the tallest tower with the control deck, where the orb still floats, waiting. Spend an hour. So attune. Reg is like, he's still in his like work shirt and leather apron.
Do you want a coat?
Nah, I'm alright.
Don't think I have one that would fit you.
No, well we don't. But you know, being up, my kind of place.
Yeah, alright. Well,
Once I'm attuned, I'm just gonna.
Lovely character to the place.
yeah.
Try and keep as much of that as possible in the renovations, of course.
Of course,
Look,
the natural look of this place is quite.
Picks at some of the snow, and he's like, bit of a damp issue, but sure we can deal with that.
How do we get it out of here? I imagine we told the giants we were gonna try and take off, right? Like anybody who's coming with better be on
Can
the stampede.
assume,
Yeah.
Yeah.
can assume you give appropriate warning.
Yeah.
If not, Jarl can. Skylord Tongia.
Yeah, I don't know if there's rules for this.
Yeah. So, as an action, you can cause one of the following effects to occur if you are touching the orb. You have
Oh
the
boy.
castle moves at a speed of 1 mile per hour in a straight line in a direction of your choice until it is forced to stop. The castle, if it is moving, comes to a gradual stop, or the castle makes a slow, gentle turn.
I'm gonna just go straight up at first, see if I can just yank it out, and if it's stuck, then we'll start rotating to try to unstick it.
Kinda.
Okay. Make me a
Is this vehicle proficiency?
intelligence. It would be air vehicle proficiency. Which
Because I have vehicle proficiency.
But you have land vehicle proficiency, I believe.
Um.
I would say, Vigil, you can provide advantage to the check because it's not too unlike trying to get a wagon stuck out of a mud slick.
Sure, I'll
You
give
gotta,
it.
you gotta rock the castle.
Rock the castle. Okay.
I'll give
Okay,
it
guys,
some advantage.
I'm gonna lift the castle and slide.
Soraya don't like it.
So, rock the castle.
Oh boy.
Fantastic good song.
Don't fuck this
So,
up, man.
make me an intelligence roll or wisdom roll, your choice, with advantage.
I was kind of afraid it would be this. I thought maybe Soren should do it, but oh well.
I did ask.
Yeah. If I heroic one way, do I get to reroll with advantage?
You would reroll the whole thing with advantage, yeah.
Let's do that.
5 heroic moments later.
5 heroic moments later.
That's worse!
Oh my god.
Uh.
But you can take the 12.
Okay, I'll take the 12. If this doesn't work, then we'll switch it to Soren. Maybe I'm just a bad pilot.
Okay. An hour passes. There is the sounds of like rumbling and grinding earth
Yeah.
from all around, and like the tower you're in kind of does wobble a little bit. There's definitely some motion,
Oh, boy.
amplified based on sort of lever action, but
Alright.
snow kind of and dust falls from all the walls. Still wedged. You're trying to go up and you try and wiggle it, but it's a bit too delicate.
Do you mind if
I'm
I
not-
have a crack at it?
You know,
Kinda
go for it. You can't do
Doing
any
the
worse than I
equivalent
have.
of revving the engine and just putting the floor
Yeah.
down and fell stuck in mud.
You hear the sound of somebody, of a clutch getting popped.
Alright. I will I guess I will unattune from the Rod of the Storm Changer. Wow, that was words. Storm Exchanger.
Mm.
And attune to the orb. So we're gonna see it for another hour, kids.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage. I'm gonna help you be like, no, this is the way this thing needs to move.
I'm gonna hold up my orb of direction and just kind of toss it up so it floats next to me. Little compass.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Get +1.
I'll fly out on a carpet, through a window, I'll fly out on the carpet, and I'll... Not that it's probably going to help, but I'll, like, provide Ariel...
Yeah.
Here, wait.
Torgir and his younger son, whose name has temporarily escaped me, have gone outside, and they're, like, with their axes, just, like, cutting through on the outside of the walls, breaking ice. There's, like, and snow that's built up, and just trying to help.
Aw, thanks,
A
guys.
few boulders there, kind of pulling out the way.
Nice.
Okay.
You hear a bellow of, "Ready to go!"
I just had an image in my head where the tower that the orb is in just separates and floats off.
Bye.
The rest of the castle gets left behind. We're like, mission accomplished. Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Oh boy. All
I
right.
will try to hitch up again. Come back to me, to you.
Jackson's gone again.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Intelligence
Plus
roll.
1 with
So
advantage.
an intelligence check.
Come on, wizard. Ooh.
How's the 25 for
24.
you?
25, yeah, damn.
So
Wizard.
Natural 19.
the first 10 minutes or so, delicate work. You're thinking several moves ahead. You're kind of wiggling the castle. You've seen there's the cliff. It kind of crashed into you. Just need to wiggle it out from there a little bit. Taking an action to move back, and then an action to move up, and an action to move left, and then right, and you're kind of navigating crenellations along rock faces, but making progress. It's about half an hour later. There is the sound of rock shearing as the rock face that the castle had crashed into gives way. About 100 foot of rock, maybe 10, 20 foot deep, just shears off, crashing into the courtyard, destroying one of the kind of outhouse buildings
Whoops.
in the rockfall. There's no screams of pain. You think everyone was at a safe distance. As the castle, with the sudden lurch of movement, rips its way from the clutches of the earth below.
Oh shit.
Enzo and Vigil, as the two of you are not paying very, very close attention to this, sort of the tiny details of trying to maneuver an enormous castle. The two of you do notice that you are currently at the top of this tower.
Yeah.
This tower is moving.
Oh.
As the castle lurches up, the tower as it collapses outwards. There is a thunderous crash, which is perhaps startles you, Soren, as it slams down on the castle walls, the top half of the tower breaking and falling further, impacting on the ice and snow below, with the bottom half being trapped in the courtyard. You can see the foundation of the tower where it just
Yeah.
snapped clear off. It was perhaps not in a good place to start with, and fell. But the castle is now about 100 feet off the ground. And slowly climbing.
Well, alright.
Holy shit, Soren, you did it.
I guess I
Very-
did. Oh, that's a mess out there. Whoops.
Torgir and his son kind of run and leap, bed axes, and there's a conical kind of cone of ice that's stuck to the bottom. They kind of start climbing up that to get back up onto the castle.
I'll be sending you the receipt for that damaged tower.
Me?
That's yeah. Well, you were the one piloting it, so obviously. I'm kidding. It's okay.
Oh, right.
We'll get that replaced.
Yeah, well. That one can
What
be
was
mine,
it?
I suppose.
What was in that tower? Wasn't that the scrying tower? Am I crazy?
Oh, I hope not.
The scrying tower was this one.
Oh,
Oh.
what was in this
Do you
tower
know what
then?
this tower was?
I don't think you explored it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
is that
Well,
where
I'm
the
sure it
wolves
wasn't
were?
important.
I hope it wasn't where the wolves were. Please tell me the wolves are okay.
No, the
No, it
walls
wouldn't
were
be in a
faced
tower.
it.
The walls were like down here, yeah, at the
Okay.
bottom.
Yeah, I have no idea what was in there, so that's, yeah. Whoops.
We'll have
A
reflection.
handful of like priceless clay giant artifacts are crushed
Yeah.
and destroyed, but it's fine.
It's fine. It's alright.
Their fault for not picking them up.
Yeah, mosaics and wall paintings, the likes the world will never see again. But
We'll have the construction guys go through the debris and just find
Yeah.
anything of value.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Well, what?
Where are we going?
What? I think to the coast.
Yeah, okay.
so
Can we get a map?
That's a pretty. Oh.
1 mile an hour is about 6. Oh,
It's about 24 miles a day if my math checks out.
yeah. It's 8. It's 9 feet around,
Jeez.
so it is a gradual kind of
Yeah.
Yes, kind of that speed. Maybe faster.
It might take a month or two to reach the coast, but I mean, it takes 10 months to rebuild the castle anyway.
Well, yeah, we don't want it here in the dead of winter, because that would suck.
Yeah.
Alright.
But yeah, no, your castle is.
Airborne.
So it's probably not 100 feet off. It's probably like 10 feet off the ground. Now 20 feet.
Well, we now have a flying castle.
Let's lift it up like 500 feet, so it's well at a range of, I don't know, somebody with a bow or something stupid like that.
Yeah, right.
And then just start flying it, if I remember the map right, like east and south to the coast.
East and north.
East and north? Okay.
Can we get
That's
a
right, yeah,
brief
we're in the
world
southern.
map, if that's okay?
Yeah,
do,
sure.
do, 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 do.
Let's take the nearest path to the coast.
Alright. Where are we? We're over here?
Yes, I think you're where that blue circle is.
Okay. Well, then, shortest path. I'm gonna zoom in here. Hold on.
Shortest path to the coast is just straight up this way,
Straight
isn't it?
that way, yeah. I guess we'll head towards Spadia.
It'd be like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start flying that way. Obviously, we'll need to hire a pilot to stand there and pilot it.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be
you're okay.
Goliath guy.
14 days away from Silspadia.
Okay.
From Spadia or from the coast?
From Spadia.
Interesting.
Only 40 miles divided. Wait, did I do the maths right?
Then again, flying a castle into an entire nation without announcement.
No. Let's not fly a ruined castle to Silspadia. Let's fly a ruined castle to the coast, especially since we're apparently only like 3 days away, 3 or 4 days. Yeah, 4 days away.
Yeah, right.
And then on the coast, there should be supplies for them to start rebuilding it.
There's cities here, yeah?
These are estimated locations for the other floating cities.
Oh, let's not go towards one of those.
Let's go in between.
Yeah.
Let's go
Yeah.
there.
Well,
I agree. Let's take the extra day to go like this.
yeah, that seems... Let's just avoid people.
Okay. Enzo, I would say you know that this part of the island here is not Spadian territory. It is technically unclaimed. There are a number of orc and human tribes, as in orcs and humans are the same tribes, that live there, that Spadia never really expanded into, and it's kind of surprisingly amiable. They kind of get on, and they have their half of the island, and the Spadians have their half. And...
What do I think is a more secluded location where we won't be interfered in the 10 months it will take to rebuild this castle? Is here, maybe on the western half of this island, or maybe this little island?
Yeah, what's this?
This little island is probably the best.
Okay.
Let's go there then, because I mean, if it takes 10 months to rebuild the castle, we can take an extra 5 days to move it into a good position first.
Yeah, somewhere warmer.
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still cold. Like southern Spadia, it's kind of, I guess, Scottish kind of weather.
Yeah, but it's not frozen.
But it's not going to be frozen
Yeah.
Antarctic. Awful. And Veritania, they're just a bit. They don't like people hanging out on their coast, as you found out when you went through the Shady Gulch.
And probably there's settlements here that you can hire a boat from if the builders need supplies.
And you'd know that kind of this region is very much kind of like there's vast forests and probably a lot of natural resources to pull from.
Rad.
Nice. Okay,
All right.
let's move this the Enzo Castle to Enzo Island.
Okay, so that is
Sky President Enzo commands it.
Oh boy, it's gone to his head.
okay. So that'll be 10 days
Yeah,
of flight.
Oh yeah.
I think
Cool.
Port Toakun maybe hire a pilot. So your job is very simple. Steer this in a straight line.
Stop here.
I think it's just like you press it once and it just travels in that direction until otherwise specified.
Maybe we
Yeah.
can get, instead of going to Akun to hire some random pilot, can we just get a human from the tribe downstairs? And be like, this is your sacred duty.
I mean,
We need a
I mean,
couple of
chance-
people.
we're going to be recruiting a lot more, I think, in general. So I think we can think about that.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Well, so I think that would be a great place to leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As your castle prepares for its voyage. Reg will do his first survey. Check the place out, see if there's any unexpected surprises that might make things more difficult.
Demon
We never.
invasion.
There's still downtime things we didn't finish. Like I teleported to the Myriad Obelisk, and we never did any of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can come back to those.
And I sent you some stuff, so.
And yes, sorry, to chat with Mamarashmir.
Another half to one session of downtime, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of setting everything up. So your money sinks on the back burner, just chipping away.
Doing its thing.
Makes sense.
I like it.
Idle
Sweet.
clicker.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That was. I guess I didn't think that the castle could lift off. I figured it would need to be repaired before we could lift it off, or I would have tried it earlier.
Still, this is fucking sick, though, man. Like, I'm looking forward to all these abilities.
It's pretty cool. I like that we have a time sink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because oftentimes adventure like campaigns are so crazy fast paced because there's nothing for the PCs to do. So it's like, well, one day
Yeah.
passes, let's go on to the next story part. Whereas now we can be like, well, if there's nothing pressing, let's take a month and hang out at our castle.
It's very much like the opening of this book is players. There's not a lot of them. Exactly what you're saying. It's like, hey, here's a solution to that exact problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah,
neat.
Right. Yeah,
Cool.
if there's mechanics for downtime, turns out players will actually use their downtime.
It also gives you a chance to expand upon the dates in the world and have stuff like occur on a long-term scale.
Yeah.
Also gives you a chance to smite someone for probably 200 damage if you burn that righteous smite or whatever.
Right.
Burn the
Yeah.
righteous smite on a crit.
Yeah,
I mean,
trigger a
it would
crit on a
be-
4th level smite.
interesting to see just what your castle would be able to take in terms of like an assault, because they'd have to fly. Like it'd be flights of like ancient dragons, probably.
Oh, it'd be so fucking sick.
Isn't one of the paladin's lair actions that
Yep, they can.
Flying
grind-
creatures have to land.
Flying
They have to make
creatures
a
fucking-
save. They have a save against it, but
Hell yeah.
so,
So,
ancient dragons are quite likely to succeed. But if you got like a
Mhm.
swarm of gargoyles or something, they're quite likely to plummet from the sky.
I think we could bring this thing into the deep ethereal assault on that spirit tower.
Oh god, we could have an interdimensional flying castle.
Yeah, why not? The cats
That-
can do it with a fucking sailboat. We can do it with a castle.
Might take some work,
So
but
fucking sick.
in theory, I'm sure there's a way of making that come to be.
You know, it's a really good place to store all the lexicons.
In a giant
Our
flying
castle.
Our castle. Alright.
I don't think
Become-
we're gonna take
become
the
the world
Aerocon
power.
from the Veritanians though. They're kind of attached to it.
Become the ultimate locus of power.
And getting the Pyrocon back is
Obtain
gonna
all.
be.
And you said the power was getting to my head.
Hey, this is out of character. Vigil's just thrilled about the idea of being to command again.
Yeah. Pretty dope.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, kids, we are going to leave it for this afternoon, evening, whatever it is. I hope you've been practicing social distancing, washing your hands, wearing your masks, and generally not going anywhere if you can possibly avoid it. Please take care of each other. Have a great week. We will see you next Sunday for more castle shenanigans and more downtime. And for once, not everything is immediately on fire in this campaign. Holy shit. What will we do with this unexpected piece?
But will be soon, let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been 64 episodes of mayhem. This is the...
We are a maximum of 1 or 2 sessions away from everything being on fire again.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, people.